Yo, big up everyone. Happy Monday. Welcome back to another episode of your favorite, the Mud Brothers Show. We got the gang in the building, and we are back, man. Like I said, the content ain't stopping. We ain't going nowhere. The football has ended, but there's a lot of transfer rumors and a lot of transfer stuff already happening. Obviously, with the big news that Mbappe's just moved to Real Madrid on a free transfer. Absolutely crazy. These guys just won their 15 Champions League on the weekend, and they make a statement signing like that on the following Monday. Like, levels to this shit, right? But big up to everyone that's locked in. Today's episode is basically going to be a transfer talk special. So all the panelists, the Mud Brothers, like myself and Eli and Spooby and M. De Niro, we're all going to be discussing, and CP as well. We're all going to be discussing basically transfer rumors. We're going to discuss who we would want, some outgoings and stuff like that too. And that's pretty much it. And not going to be too long of an episode. We're going to try to keep it a little bit under around 2 hours or so and see how it goes. But big up to everyone. Make sure you are locked in. Like the video if you've just arrived. Subscribe if you haven't already. And let's get started. So let me introduce the guests, the Mud Brothers, as always. This guy wasn't here last week because he obviously has some stuff to do with life, but he's back today. And interesting news because a certain player is staying at his club apparently. And I'm sure we're gonna hear what he has to say about that. But big up De Niro in the building. What you saying, bro? How you been?
Big up. I'm good still. There, man. You know how life gets, but we're here still. Back again. Get me? Yeah, man. Big up.
That's good, man. Always glad to hear that you're doing blessed. But yeah, we're gonna get into Spurs and all that stuff about transfer rumors, all that good stuff. Want to introduce Spooby, United fan like myself. Spoobs, a lot of rumors today about our club too. I'm not honestly like there's a lot to discuss. Bruno, Casemiro, Ten Hag news today as well. So lots to discuss today. But how you doing, my friend?
Yeah, doing good, bro. Doing good. We'll get into it. Ten Hag's still here, so that's a shame. But we're watching anyways. And yeah, but doing all right, bro. Doing all right.
Nice. There we go. Always got to hear that too. And then we got Arsenal fan Eli in the building, obviously on the hunt for a striker. So we're gonna have conversations with him about who his ideal striker is, even though I know the answer and I've known this for months now. But I hope Eli can kind of educate these Arsenal fans about the different positions that Arsenal really do, because I'm seeing a bunch of waffling happen on the internet, and it's absolutely crazy. But gotta introduce Eli, obviously, life and stuff. He wasn't here last week, but welcome back, my friend. How you doing, bro?
Not too bad. How about yourselves? Everything good? Everything blessed?
You already know, man. You already know. We all blessed. Just ready to get into it. CP, Diddy. CP will join whenever he does, but whenever he does, we will get right to it. But let's start off with this. I want to hear your guys' thoughts about this. M. De Niro, we'll start off with you. Mbappe to Madrid. Obviously, this is something that's been happening for years now. I called it, when it first initially the talks took place, maybe around 2 years ago or 2.5 years ago, something like that. I knew this was going to happen. This guy's been a Ronaldo fan like when he was a kid. Obviously, the pictures that we're seeing today where he's met Ronaldo in his like Madrid tracksuit. We've seen that before. He's had posters of Ronaldo on his wall. So we all knew this move was going to be inevitable. Are you surprised by the fact that Real Madrid just absolutely played PSG? A free transfer. This guy signed a contract 2 years ago and then now is leaving again. Absolutely crazy. But yeah, your thoughts, bro. M. De Niro, Mbappe signing.
Yeah, man. Obviously made the right decision, innit? You get me? That you're at PSG, bro. You're not winning no Champions League. The team ain't even good enough that's around you. You get me? And obviously the next best team to join in Europe really is Real Madrid. You get me? That's where it is, isn't it? And he made that choice. He knows that when he goes there, now he knows that he's gonna win trophies when he's there. He knows he's guaranteed a trophy for sure. Like if he doesn't, then there's something wrong. But he's guaranteed trophies, I'm sure, when he goes there. I see a lot of people obviously saying football's finished and whatever. Obviously, at the end of the day, like we've been knowing that football's been changing already. Like we've been knowing this, and it's a thing where at the end of the day, bro, that it's just we get to see a team now. We get to see a team that is a top team with a top player on top of what they've already got. And really and truly, as a neutral fan, I just look forward to watching them. Like I'll be honest with you, I just look forward to being able to watch them and see how they perform with Mbappe in their club. There's like I just feel like it was always something that was going to happen. It was due to happen even when it didn't happen before, I knew it was gonna happen eventually. So now that it's happened, it's like, yeah, man, get me that big up MBAPPE, bro. Go there,
Yeah.
go win a Champions League, go win some trophies with a club that you get me that can actually fit your standards, bro. Because PSG, I feel like PSG drags down their standards a bit. You know, they should have won the Champions League along at least minimum just one, and they never managed to do it. And
Yeah.
had a good opportunity in this current tournament that they had, but well, at the end of the day, they didn't do it. And he said, "Listen, man, we ain't doing it. So let me go somewhere where I can do this." And now Real Madrid, bro, you're just gonna see their team, bro. Their team is looking crazy right now.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely
looking
insane.
crazy, bro. You got Vinny, you got Mbappe, you got Rodrigo. You get me? You got all these top talents there. And to be honest with you, like I said, as a neutral fan, I just look forward to watching and seeing how they perform, man. Like it just excites me a bit, you know, because it's been a long time since we've seen like a major transfer like this. So yeah, man, it's just good to see it still. But
Yeah, 100%. I mean, yeah, man, it's crazy. I mean, we all knew this was going to take place, but just look at the team now. Like, I'm going to ask you guys a question in a little bit once we get everyone's thoughts. But Eli, we'll go to you. Your thoughts on the Mbappe signing, bro?
Not surprised. We all knew he was going here 2 years ago. It was already in place. It was just a matter of the timing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the timing was just right this year, you know. And once he reached the end of his contract, we already knew, everybody knew where he was going. Nobody even tried to go for him because they already knew Real Madrid had, you know, pre-signed a contract with him. That was already in place. PSG were upset about it, but you know, they couldn't really do too much because his contract was winding down. He was never going to re-sign, especially if they didn't win the Champions League this year. Now, if they would have won the Champions League this year, then things may have gotten a little interesting because you never know. He might have would have, tried to re-sign there. He tried to, do something there, build a dynasty there. But since they didn't win it, he was just like, yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and cut my losses. Thank you for everything you've done for me, PSG. But see you later. I'm going to a place that actually wins stuff, wins trophies. Not to say that PSG don't win trophies, they just don't win in Europe. But yeah, I mean, it was expected. It was always expected. Not surprised at all. They front line is looking mad scary next year. This is how I believe they're gonna line up. Fuck Bellingham. That nigga's going on the bench. Rodrigo is gonna play in that little 10 position that Bellingham did play in, and you're gonna have the split strikers of Mbappe and Vinicius Jr. Good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck. That's how I would set them up, because I feel like Rodrigo, he's the better baller. He can play there, and then you don't have to sacrifice Mbappe or Vinny. They can still play out, and they can interchange, do all that there. I feel like that's probably gonna be their formation going forward. Scary days, and then they still got Kama. They still got all these brothers coming through. Endrick is coming through as well. It's gonna be interesting to see how they set this up, man. It's Carlo. He has Carlo.
It's got problems, man. The good problems. Who just select?
Bro, it's mad. It's mad. But I'm looking forward to see what Real Madrid do next year. I've always been a supporter of Real Madrid. Even when I first started, watching football. Like, this is before I found Arsenal and all that. I've always watched Real Madrid, and I've always admired, their the way that they win, and they win and they win and they win, and they never settle for anything less than winning. So yeah, this is how real clubs move. Real clubs with ambition. This is how you move. You set yourself up for the future. Getting in stars like Endrick, and back when Camavinga first got in, and Tchouaméni, to learn from the likes of the Modric's, the Kroos's, and then they're possibly going to get Alphonso Davies so he can learn from Mendy, or it's just how you supposed to move. If you have established starters and you go get the next superstar, and you have them learn under the current superstar, and then boom, what do you have? Quality all over the place. All over the place. It's crazy. This is how you move, But that's just how I feel.
That's why they're literally one of the, you could say they're the greatest, one of the greatest clubs of all time. I mean, 15 Champions Leagues.
Bro.
Talk about the different eras that they've had. They've seen the likes of Ronaldo leave, and they've still been successsul. Benzema won them a Champions League even after him leaving. They've still been successful. Yeah, this club is just there's nobody really like them, man. They really run their shit, if we're being honest. They really do. But yeah, Spooby, we'll go to you. Your thoughts on Mbappe? Obviously, FIFA is going to be crazy next year. Everyone's just going to be running Real Madrid versus Real Madrid. Yeah, that's absolutely insane. But yeah, Spoobs, your thoughts on Mbappe to Madrid?
Yeah, it's a fucking joke. Just after winning the Champions League, to announce Mbappe is like you said, there's definitely fucking levels to it.
Yeah.
I just want to say, yeah, it's time for Mbappe to step up. There's always that asterisk over Mbappe's club career where he's like he hasn't won this and he hasn't won that. Obviously, no, we can do it at international level, but yeah, it's time to. I see people hating as well. Like, just let the guy go to a big club and win stuff. But yeah, as saying that, he needs to step up now. He needs to start showing up in the Champions League. He can't disappear anymore. But yeah, it's a joke. We haven't even they announced Mbappe after a Champions League, and we can't even announce Ten Hag getting sacked, bro. It's club levels, bro. And yeah, so
100%. No, I agree. I mean, massive pressure on Mbappe just from today, because now you have to deliver a Champions League because this club has just delivered one without you. And they had a very successful campaign. You also didn't have the best of seasons, to be fair. Your Champions League campaign wasn't the best towards the end, especially against the likes of like Dortmund. So yeah, you have a lot to prove, and you're going into a team where standards are absolutely high. The Real Madrid fans will boo someone like you. Like, even if you have a bad performance, we've seen them boo the likes of great players in the past. So standards are there, and this is, like I said, I think for a player of his magnitude and the way that people talk about him and just the world, views him, you need challenges like this, and definitely this is a challenge. I don't think this is like, we can laugh and say, oh, Real Madrid, yeah, they're gonna win everything right now. We can't honestly really see what's gonna happen. We've seen Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe be in the same team and not be able to do shit as with Poch as their coach. So it's like it's shit like that. Don Carlo, I'm not disrespecting him. I'm sure they're going to be very, very successful in the upcoming future. But this puts immediate pressure on Mbappe to perform because the rest of the team can. So this is my question to you guys now, because I don't think, and this you could call this an agenda, whatever. I don't think Mbappe is even the best player on that team as of today. This is just me, and we're gonna have this conversation right now because we're gonna bring it up. So I'm gonna ask you guys, and I'm gonna start with you, Mdadiro. Is Mbappe the best forward or the best forward / player on that Real Madrid team for you?
If we're talking in general, as in out of like, are we talking in general or are we basing it on
just like because there's gonna be this time in this Real Madrid team where someone's gonna put up this question as who is that number one player in this Madrid team, right? Everyone's probably going to say Mbappe and all that type of stuff, but there's a guy named Vinny Jr. who's been cooking, and AJ says it himself. He says Vinny Jr. is the best player in the world. If you ask me, Ballon d'Or contender for me too, and I think he honestly should win it this year. So if he ends up winning this Ballon d'Or, let's say he does, Mbappe is joining a team where he sees his teammate winning a Ballon d'Or, which is probably his goal, I'm sure, in the future. So he has a lot to prove just personally as a player as well, because he's got someone who I think is better than him, to be honest, Vinny, at this moment. But yeah, I'm just asking in terms of like quality, in terms of where they are in their careers at this moment too. Would you say Mbappe is that player for the best one?
The thing is, yeah, if we're basing it on current, innit? Like right now, like what based on the season that's just gone past, obviously we'll say Vinny, innit? But as like a whole portfolio for me, obviously I'm still on an Mbappe thing, because at the end of the day, you're playing for a PSG team that countless times you've had to carry them, and there's only so much carrying you can do in it, and there's only so much you can do with a certain caliber of players. When you look at the PSG team isn't as good. It's just the name PSG that sounds good, but the actual team itself is not that good. When you actually deep it, like people don't actually deep that PSG team is not that good. They play
Cheeks.
players like what's his name, like I heard when Eli got onto him before, the Barcola boy, he's dead, bro. You get it, like, bro, man, my man even got called up for France. I'm thinking, bro, how has this happened, bro? Like, there's certain man, but this is the thing where I say, like, people just expect when you're a top player, I should just carry the whole team 24/7. There's only so much you can do in such a long season, bro. Do you know how many times he's pulled them out? I've seen enough games, PSG, I've watched them a couple of times. I see games where he's pulled them out of the mud. And yes, sometimes he may have like a bit of a stinky game, but he's still pulling them out the mud. That's his job, innit? So it's like, no, how much carrying as a top player can you do, bro? Like, is it gets to a point, bro, where you're even to the point where like you're getting benched by your manager, and then obviously you're coming on and you're still pulling us out the mud. Whether that be penalties or whatever it is, bro, he's still doing a job that he needs to do, in my opinion, innit? So it's like people, I don't think anybody downplays him anyways, but I just think that if we're gonna go between the two, for me, it would still be Mbappe. But if Vinny comes again and next season and continues to just do what he's doing, even though he's been doing it, but you get me, like just another season with Mbappe in the same squad, then I can judge properly, innit? Because if I'm seeing Vinny's the player that's really still continuing to do the job and Mbappe is not really the player that's doing it, then yeah, man. But I don't think either way, I don't think there's in this question, I don't think there's a right or wrong answer, innit? Because if somebody said Vinny, I wouldn't complain. I'll say, you know what, I hear it, bro. If you say Mbappe, I'll say, you know what, I hear it. Whichever one you feel at the moment. But if we're talking current, for me, it's Vinny, innit? But if we're talking as a whole, then Mbappe, because Mbappe, that World Cup, I'll never forget the World Cup thing. Even the last World Cup that they lost, he still carried. And that's a France team that's top players, but he actually carried, you get it? So come on, man. Yeah, man. Mbappe.
Yeah, 100%. And to people in the chat too, like this ain't a question to dampen any of their abilities or anything like that. I'm sure they can coexist in that team and play wonderful, like win a lot of Champions Leagues and stuff like that. I just pose that question because I just want to be a little shameless and spark a conversation and be like, yo, who's the best attacker on that team? I think it's Vinny. But Eli, we'll go to you. Your thoughts on that? I know you had some stuff to say. Yeah. I know you had some stuff to say.
Hey, listen. I like Mbappe. I like him. I think he's definitely one of the best. I think he's the second best kick and run merchant in the game right now. The second best, because Vinny obviously has the title for best kick and run merchant in the world, because Vinny has tech. You know what I'm saying? As we saw him putting people on the floor in the final. In terms of, do I think he's the best player on that team? No. I don't even think he's the third best player, the second best player on that team. Or the third, actually. You're talking about overall. Because I think Camavinga's better than him. I think obviously Vinny Jr. is better than him. And technically I think Rodrigo's better than him. Like those three, in my opinion, as pure footballers, way better than him, in my opinion. I think we'll probably be able to see more of what he can bring to the team this next season, because obviously he has some actual coach, you know what I'm saying, in Don Carlos. So we'll probably see more of what he can offer. So in terms of future, I think he could possibly, if he adds a little bit more to his game, I think he can possibly surpass, Vinny and Rodrigo and all them in terms of like GNA. But in terms of pure footballing ability, Vinny Jr., Rodrigo, Camavinga, levels.
You think they're better than Mbappe, bro?
I do. As a pure footballer, as a pure footballing ability. Pure football. I'm not talking about kick run. I'm not talking about, athlete. I'm talking about pure football ability. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't see Mbappe doing what Vinny Jr. did.
Sorry, one thing to add for the
let him land. Let him finish.
Oh, I was gonna add.
I just don't think that like based off of pure football ability. I'm not talking about GNA. I'm not talking about athleticism and all that. I'm talking about throwback pure football.
Can I ask you a question? What is, you see, when I hear man say pure football, innit? What is pure football to you lot?
I'm talking about first touch, talking about decision making. I'm talking about showing up on the big occasions. I'm talking about all, like, everything that encompasses you, like passing, that encompasses you, being like total footballing ability. So I like I said, I do rate Killian. I do like him. This is not me, dragging him through the mud. I just don't think he's better than those three. Because we've seen Kama, we've seen Rodrigo, we've seen Vinicius all do it on the big stage. We've seen them, but like you saw what Kamavinga did. He took control of that game in the second half.
Yeah.
You don't see Mbappe doing that.
Nah, but I hear the Vinny thing. I don't hear the other team.
Rodrigo.
Rodrigo,
No,
I hear.
bro.
Rodrigo,
Sorry, can I say,
Rodrigo,
because he's saying the World Cup, then can we also talk about Champions League? Man City 2 years ago, 2 goals in 2 minutes to help Madrid. If we're talking about Rodrigo, he's more clutch in the Champions League than Kylian Mbappe has been.
Bro, but
So if we're talking about moments,
he plays for a better team, bro. So
that doesn't
no, excuse me. Mbappe.
That's a shame.
No. Wait. Mbappe plays for the best national team in the world. So what are we doing this in terms of excuses as an overall squad? We can't give one guy an excuse.
Wait, how does that make sense?
No, but I'll say this to that, CP. We've seen Mbappe play well with good players in France around it. The likes of
has he done? Sorry, excuse me. But he had Neymar.
PSG.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. He had Neymar and Messi, and the season that they went to the final, everyone's saying it was a Neymar carry job. Because that was the first season that Neymar was helped.
You will know this better than anybody else. Who was their manager when they had those 3 players?
Tuchel. The same guy who Pochettino.
Tuchel wasn't there when they had Messi.
Yes, no, but he was there when they went to the final. Tuchel was there in the final. That's how it came to us. That's what I'm saying.
No.
And we're saying Pochettino.
You mentioned those 3. You mentioned those 3.
Okay, so
Tuchel wasn't there when they signed Messi. So they should have won.
Wait. I get that part, but then they didn't even make it far in that regard. But let's do this then. They had Tuchel who's won a Champions League with us after that. And you're saying he doesn't have a manager this season. They got a manager who won a treble with Barcelona, with Luis Enrique.
Yeah,
what are we saying? Like he's never had a manager.
But the team isn't good, bro. If the team,
but you know why the team isn't good? No. You know why the team isn't good? Because he wanted Mbappe in France. He's the one who advocated for Kolumuani. He's the one who advocated for Barcola. So if he's the one bitching and complaining about his squad not being good enough, it's because he wanted authority about who he wanted.
He's not doing it. But you're talking like he's a manager, bro. He's a player, bro. So even if
he's the one. Because for him to resign, he literally asked for everything. He literally asked for everything to resign with that new contract 2 years ago.
Either way, he can ask for players, whatever you say, whatever it is. At the end of the day, when the first 11 comes out, it's the manager's choice to play the first 11 he chooses to play. And I'm sure in that context of them buying players, it wasn't just him saying, I want all of these type of players. Of course, the manager would have had a say in some of the players that are still in the club now. And the club ain't good, bro. Like, that's just the reality. Even if he's the one saying it, it's still not good. It doesn't make a difference.
So you know what's crazy though? He's not even the best player on PSG. You know who is currently right now? Vitinha. That guy was pulling strings. He was carrying that whole team.
This Champions League, this campaign. What did Mbappe do? What did this campaign?
I mean, you can say
Mbappe so I don't get how Mbappe gets every excuse in the world. But
it's not an excuse.
It's not an excuse. There's no
excuse. But you lot are talking about Mbappe like he's just some.
Yeah, because
I'm not discrediting Mbappe. I'm not discrediting Mbappe. I'm just saying
he's French Miroslav Klose. Klose won it. He's the top scorer in the World Cup.
That's insane. French Miroslav Klose is insane. That's insane, bro.
No, I'm not saying about technical ability. I'm talking about what's his legacy based on right now? His World Cup performances, not for club, like Klose's legacy is right now. It's not for club. It's based on him winning with Germany and him being top scorer in the World Cup. What is Mbappe's legacy? We're all saying, oh my God, his World Cup performance where he scored a hat-trick. He won a World Cup. Do we ever mention anything about his successes in PSG? Him helping Neymar during the PSG? No, because everyone said it was Neymar carry job because that was the first time Neymar wasn't injured in March. That's the first time he wasn't injured in March, and they went to the final.
About one situation, bro.
No, because that's what everyone mentions. It's like, oh, why Mbappe? But then we're saying
mention every single season at PSG.
Yes,
bro. You're just talking one situation if you're gonna talk about it. Bro.
Because that's when they went the furthest. Because every other time Mbappe didn't make it farther than that.
Bro,
Mbappe didn't make it farther than that.
Look, at the end of the day, we'll see when he goes Real Madrid, then we'll see what the end process is of then. If he goes to Real Madrid and then he doesn't do whatever, doesn't do anything, then I hear
No,
it.
he needs to win a treble. He needs to win a treble with
So
that team.
this is what I think
They've done
Mbappe
it-
needs
no,
to
no.
do to
No, Spoobie. Sorry, one last thing. I'm sorry, Eli. One last thing.
Yeah.
Spoobie, Vinny has done a cup double with them twice. In 2022, they won the league and Champions League. No, I know, but you were saying, because I'm saying he has to win it, because he has to do something with that team that team has never done, which is win a treble, because they won a cup double again. Vinny has 2 cup doubles and 2 Champions Leagues. So if you're adding an Mbappe, he needs to be a big enough difference for them to win a treble. Because if you win a
We're
cup
not-
double, that's what Vinny has done.
We're not arguing
Twice.
Mbappe and Vinny. We're arguing Rodrigo and
Yeah,
Mbappe.
Rodrigo. Come
But
on,
in
Vinny.
yeah, I can get Rodrigo for Champions League. He has a greater legacy than
No, but
Mbappe.
overall, though,
Overall, bro.
you
But then-
if you had
but then we're-
if you had to pick a player for Chelsea, you're
I
picking
lit-
Mbappe.
I-
You're not
that's
All
why
right,
you
so
have to
this is what I'm gonna say about Mbappe. Outside, like I'm gonna piggyback off what CP said. Like outside of, you know, the World Cup and the Euros, and
The
you
Euros
know,
he got pocketed
the fact-
though. The Euros he
the
got
fact-
pocketed. That's a funny
But
thing.
man are acting
Yeah.
as if like when he was at the World Cup, bro, like he wasn't the one that just. Did you not see the game, or did you man not watch the game?
No.
It was
Yes,
just
the
one
final.
game,
But you know,
bro.
he
It's
didn't
just
score
one
the.
game.
You know, he
Basing
didn't
that off
score in
one
the quarter.
game.
Nah,
semis. You know,
one
he didn't
game,
score in
bro.
the-
The World Cup that they won, who was the one that was single-handedly destroying
Yeah.
teams on his own? Don't get
That
twisted,
Argentina
bro.
game was
Sorry,
Full of
crazy.
them
against
bad
That Argentina
Croatia.
game
You're
was
talking about, no,
crazy.
because you said the World Cup they won against Croatia, right?
Bro,
Croatia.
Argentina. So you forgot the Argentina game as well.
No, because you said the World Cup they won.
No, but
I'm
I'm
referencing
No,
saying
but
the one
okay,
they
so CP,
won.
why are we just discrediting Croatia?
you're
Why are
picking-
we
you're
just
picking-
discrediting
you're
Croatia
picking
in the World
one
Cup
thing
final?
Because
that-
I'm sorry, that's like the same equivalent to Madrid versus Dortmund.
You're picking.
No,
Yes, it
that's
is.
not.
You're
No,
just arguing.
no,
You're
no,
arguing
no.
to argue.
We're
You're
not
not
doing
listening,
that.
bro. You're arguing.
Yes,
No,
it is.
full credit
What
to
do you mean?
Croatia, bro. They've
No.
they were in what Euro semifinals as well. Croatia's a good team
Yes.
internationally.
Excuse me, Dortmund has
Why
won
are
a
we
Champions League and they've been in
discrediting
2 Champions League finals. What? I'm not discrediting
Okay,
them.
this
Dortmund
is
has been in
not
2
okay.
champs and a
For
Champions League.
CP, it's just when teams reach certain places and shit like that. That's literally all that matters to him. Goals and
No.
assists, all that type of shit, bro.
No,
Croatia's
because
a
you're
good
saying-
team. Croatia
Yes,
knocked
but-
out Vinny in the World Cup last year.
Yes,
Your Vinny,
I'm saying
the one that you're talking about right now.
he got subbed off. And anyways, that's fine. That's fine. But my Vini then showed up in the Champions League again this season that Mbappe hasn't
Okay,
done.
So we're
for
just gonna
years.
pick and choose like, oh, Vinny's showing up here,
Yeah,
Mbappe
bro,
showing up
like-
here. Like, what is going on?
No,
bro?
because
like, why are
we're
we
because
discrediting
no,
these
no,
players?
no, because Vini shows up in a season, not in a 1-month tournament that happens 2 times in a decade.
Bro,
2 times in a decade, he's
Bro,
fully shown up.
I know.
You
That's
cannot say that about
insane.
Mbappe.
Bro,
That's
I'm sorry.
insane, bro. That's
Yeah,
insane.
I'm
Bro,
sorry.
This is what I
Every
say
time we
about
mention
this
the-
is what I say about Mbappe. Like I said, internationally, yes, he has that over Vinny and Rodrigo. He has that.
Yeah,
But
it's on smoke, bro.
but in
he's
Europe and
absolutely on smoke.
domestically, I feel like they both turn up in the bigger games. You know what I'm saying? They both turned up in Champions League. They both turned up when the league is on the line. And they both won multiple leagues and they both won multiple Champions Leagues over Mbappe. So they have the edge over him domestically in Europe. But when you're talking about internationally, yes, Mbappe beats them because he has more goals, he has more assists, he's turned up in the bigger games, in the bigger occasions internationally. So that's just internationally. I'm talking about domestically and in Europe, not international wise. He has yet to prove that for me. He has yet to prove that for me. You know, he hasn't. Like every game that I've seen him in Europe and every big game that I've seen him play in domestically, I haven't really seen him show up. I've seen him get carried. And he stinks. Like he looks like he stinks. I don't know why that is. I just don't know why that is. But he has to prove that. Like he has to be an integral part of what they do this next season. In my opinion, I'm talking about he has to contribute in some way. Like he can't be just a passenger. He can't be sitting there, like Holland and De Bruyne.
Like he was in the Euros. Like he was in the Euros. The past 2 times he was in the Euros. He was a passenger. But we're only talking about the 2 World Cups. So it's not even every 2 years he shows up. He shows up every 4 years. Because in the Euros last time he got pocketed, and the years before when they won once Portugal won, he got pocketed. So it's just so funny how we're talking about a tournament that's 1 month long that happens every 4 years, but then the Euros he doesn't show up as well. So he better show up this Euros. I want a performance like no other, and they better be in the final. I want no excuses for this guy, because everyone was crowning him for the past 2 years.
Hey, this is crazy, bro. The way this
This
guy
is
just
crazy.
sends
Yeah,
over
I
numbers
can't
and then
believe
look at the
it.
way man's chatting about Kylian Mbappe, bro. It's crazy to me.
Yeah,
Like,
I just don't think I'm a address what. Hold on, there was somebody that put something in the chat earlier.
I'll just
Hold
say this
on.
real quick too, right? Is I think the question obviously that I posed was just regarding Madrid. We're talking about these three people on Madrid, right? Just in terms of who's going to be the most effective, more important to the team as well. Forget about ability and all that stuff, because then we can just pick moments like, oh, Mbappe's been good here, Vinny's been shit there. Oh, Vinny's been good here, Mbappe's been shit there. I'm not trying to diminish either of their abilities. I'm just saying, and I completely agree. I think Mbappe has a lot to prove, but this is not just because of his ability and this and that, and he's ghosted before. It's also just because look at the team that he's walking into. Like if Mbappe had walked into Man City after they had just won the treble, or let's say won a double or something, I'd say the same thing for him. He has to perform, because this is a big move. This is a move that you wanted for the last 2 years. So now it's finally here. So now you have to turn up. And my simple question just basically is that I just don't think he's the best attacker on that team, just because I've seen this past year that other attackers have turned up, even a year before that too, like the likes of Rodrigo, Vinny. I'll even say Jude Bellingham to a certain extent this season carried Madrid in the beginning of the season. Whatever we can say about Jude, this and that. So all of that type of stuff will counter into the fact that now Mbappe's into this team. One, let's also not act like the team's going to be a little bit different, because now they have to work around having someone like Mbappe in the team. This will a little bit diminish everybody else's input in the team. Maybe we might not see Jude, scoring that many goals now, because we now have a striker like Mbappe that they didn't have this year. They only had a Hustle as a striker. So all that stuff does counter into the fact that like this move is obviously massive move, what it means for, Madrid, what it means for the Champions League, teams around them, all that type of stuff. But my simple question I'm just posing is that I just don't think he's the best attacker on that team. That's really it. And I had these same questions when Ronaldo, Benzema, and Bale were playing together in Madrid too. I had these same questions when Messi, Neymar, and Suarez were on Barcelona too. There's nothing wrong with that. I just think it's just the fact that when have we seen, it's been a while since we've seen three attackers of their quality be in the same team, right? So I'd want to see who really got that, who's that number one in that team who really carries. And that's just me, but that's just the sporting side.
So then my thing is he would be the Bale. You know what I'm saying? The people that they don't fully embrace like they did with Ronaldo. Because Vinny grew up with them. Vinny's the one who won them 2 Champions League with their game-sealing goals, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Vinny's going to be Ronaldo. He's got the 7. Rodrigo's going to be the Benzema, the unsung hero who's going to sacrifice himself a bit for the greater of the team. And Mbappe is going to be the Bale. He's still going to do great, but he's never going to fully get the love of the Madrid fans because he rejected them once at least, and almost twice. So he's going to be the Bale equivalent, where you got to constantly prove yourself, and the second you slip, they will be on your ass, just like they did with Bale.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. That's actually spot on. That's actually spot on, CP.
Yeah,
I agree
true.
with that.
I think Bale, honestly, though, low-key was like underappreciated at Real Madrid.
Oh yeah, facts.
Very underappreciated, actually. This guy scored in almost damn near all the finals. Copa del Rey final, 2 Champions League finals he scored. Bale was very, very underappreciated. But that's
scored a brace in the Champions League final.
Yeah, exactly. So but I hear that. I think he could definitely be considered the Bale at this moment right now. But we'll see. Conversations will be different. Let's say a season goes by. Go on, Andrea. My bad.
I didn't mean to cut you. I'm just saying that, bro. Obviously, I don't even do this backing players thing and whatever. But one thing I can't I'll do is on an Mbappe thing, and man will back Mbappe, because it's not even when people say off of eye, like, bro, when I seen him off of eye, my man's got a first touch. He's got a first touch. He can shoot. He can dribble as well. When he wants to dribble, he can dribble. But what people do is this thing where if I'm fast, it's not my fault that I'm fast. So if I can beat a man without having to do the XYZs, then what's the big deal? Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, some man get onto man for just being fast and saying, oh, he just kicks and runs and that. But bro, at the end of the day, I've seen Mbappe do the 2-2 step overs. Like, what? I feel like people want him to be rainbow flicking man, nutmegging man all over the place and doing bare stuff. Like, bro, what do you want the guy to do?
Football's a showman. It's a showman sport, man. Show me something.
You see me. This is something. I hear you, but you see me. The way I've seen ball is this, innit? Yeah. This is why I'm not trying to change the narrative, but quickly just to put on this and it. This is why when people say to me, Jadon Sancho, this Jadon Sancho, that, it's like, bro, man, if man are gonna do the same thing with what man are talking about with Mbappe, bro, man's gonna tell the same thing with Jadon Sancho, bro. Like Jadon Sancho, to me, when people gas this guy, bro, I'm like, bro, he's calm, like he's a good player, but it's only because man has technical ability. Technical ability doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna be a top player. Technical ability just means yes, you can kick ball. But Mbappe, to me, has technical ability. Mbappe does the job that he needs to do, bro. He scores goals, he can dribble, he can beat his man. Bro, I've seen man like Sancho and that just do circles, run around in circles. When he was playing against PSG, guys were bigging him up for running around in circles against them PSG players who didn't even want to put a tackle in, bro. If he comes to go and play one of these, what back in the day, like a Roy Keane, he would have taken him out, bro. Like, so when I see man, like every time I see people like gassing this guy, then they're not. I'm like, bro, come on, man, like, bro, man knows Mbappe. Like, I'm not saying Mbappe is, to me, I don't think Mbappe is the greatest player in the world right now. I'm not on that, but I'm saying that, bro, like at the end of the day, man can't downplay Mbappe's thing. There's no way, no one can ever downplay Mbappe's thing right now. Man can say, oh yeah, World Cup, it's well, bro, if you watch the World Cup game and the way he played in the game, same way everybody says, oh, it's off of eye, it's off of eye. So go, if people want to go back and watch the game and remind themselves, and go back and watch PSG games as well. Yes, there will be stinky games, bro. Of course, bro. Every player has stinky. I've seen Vinny have enough stinky games, bro.
But I'm not going to be that. Getting at him. His own team. Vinny's own team in the dugout. We're getting at him.
Yeah, bro. I'm not going to say Vinny. When Vinny was playing with Benzema, and Benzema was saying that, oh, Vinny's dead when he first came and that, and obviously improved as time went on. Now Vinny's doing his thing, but I'm just on a thing where man can never ever. I'm not even talking necessarily to even Eli on this thing. I don't think you're downplaying. I just think that's what you believe in it, which is calm. I don't think yours is. But CP trying to downplay Mbappe's thing, bro. You can't downplay Mbappe's thing, bro. It doesn't make sense, bro. Mbappe is doing things that our feet could never ever do in our lifetime, bro. Like, do you get me, bro? Like, there's certain man that you can't. How do I put it? You just can't downplay it. I just don't understand how man can downplay a player like that. I understand the football and analysis, and everybody has different opinions, but this one, man, I have to disagree on this one still, definitely.
Yeah, no, I hear you, but yeah, we're gonna move on with this whole. I guess we'll just find out this season. We'll see how this season goes. We'll come back at the end of the season.
What you think, Spoobs?
Oh yeah, Spoobs, we'll get your thoughts.
Well, Sheik started off saying the best player at Madrid, a certain English midfielder.
Oh, stop this. Don't do that. Don't do that. What? Do not. You better not put in this sentence like I think you are.
He's carried the team at times.
No.
He's got what? He's carried the team at times. He's put them on the back at times. What's that? What, Eli? What's wrong?
He had a stinker in the final, bro.
But football's a results.
Everyone has stinkers.
He pulled them out the mud a couple times, bro. Football's a result.
Smelling them. Twinkle bells. Twinkle Bellingham. Twinkle bells.
No, bro. He's a
soft brother.
He clutches up, bro. Eli,
bro, no first touch.
Doesn't he clutch up? Sometimes.
No.
Yes, he does. Come on.
Only thing he plays like McTominay. He's another McTominay, bro. He crashes the box late. That's all he does.
What you
He's
mean?
using that McTominay role. Stop it.
Did you see some of his tap-ins for what you're talking about? He has
tap-ins.
Bro, he was crying at the end. He said no one would
Twinkle, like I said, Twinkle Bellingham. Twinkle bells. Twinkle Bellingham in that. Yeah.
Sorry, I just wanted to get
I knew what you were doing. It was garbage, man.
I'm actually going to say Mbappe's the best player. I'm not buying this.
Yeah,
Vinny, don't get me wrong. You can argue Vinny's form, absolutely. Okay, but
hey, I didn't say Mbappe wasn't like in the top 5. I said he wasn't in the top 3.
You said Vinny, Rodrigo, then Mbappe.
No, I said Vinny,
Rodrigo, Camavinga.
Yes.
After, bro.
Oh well, okay. In terms of attackers, I would say Mbappe's the best player. Vinny Jr., listen, he had a great season. Rodrigo, in my opinion, doesn't get a
He's done this for 3 years. He's won 2 Champions League.
Can't hear you, CP. It's like there's like a little bit of feedback, but it's all good.
See,
I
the
think he'll-
feedback CP is not trying to let you downplay Mbappe's time.
Yeah,
Listen
bro,
to the
come on.
feedback, bro.
Mbappe over Rodrigo, what is this? Come on. Like, Vinny, I can
Hey,
get
man.
because of form.
Yeah,
Hey,
Form,
listen,
I
this is that I'm just saying in terms of what I prefer in a footballer, pure footballing ability. I'd rather have them over Mbappe. That's just me.
if you had a chance to sign Mbappe or Rodrigo, you're picking Rodrigo.
Yes.
I'd pick Mbappe. I'd pick Mbappe.
Come on. The disrespect,
Yes.
Mbappe, bro. The disrespect.
Hey, broski, that is. I hear it, but that is wild, fam.
Yeah, that's why we love Eli. Eli's. Yeah.
Hey, man, his
He's
opinion,
fair.
fair enough. He's a big fan of Rodrigo. He's been saying it for a while.
I love
so-
Eli is he got the Bellingham thing. I get the
Yeah.
Bellingham thing. It's-
Yeah,
but it's funny
Bellingham, I
to
hear
see-
that one. I hear the Bellingham thing. Still. Wait, Mbappe one
Big
is
up
a
Eli.
bit. It's crazy.
Hey.
Twinkle Bellingham, bro. Twinkle Bellingham. Twinkle bells.
Love the Bellingham runs. The fucking others.
Yeah, no. I see. This is where this whole conversation led to. But I'm great. I'm great that we did have this conversation. This is what the show's about. To have conversations like this. Where do you hear conversations like this? You know, and man, Sheik always gonna come with them agendas. You already know, man. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday don't matter. Like agenda is gonna agenda. But we're gonna move on. And Eli, we'll actually go to you because speaking of strikers,
No.
I think Arsenal right now
No.
are on the search for
No.
one.
Hey, you see this right here? You see that right there? Tony. That's all I want. Keep that brother SESKO away from my club. He's trash.
Hey, go ahead, man. Floor's yours.
Why is he?
Go
Why
ahead,
is
talk
he
your shit.
trash?
Hey, listen. He's just another 6'5" bimbo. That's all he is, bro. That's all he is. He's just another 6'5" giant that they're just trying to shoehorn in the front line. He ain't gonna do much for us. Go get us a real striker. Go get us a Ivan Toney. Should I even take somebody who has a profile of an Ivan Toney? You know what I'm saying? And that's not SESKO.
Mhm.
Keep SESKO away from my club. I don't want him. Same thing with Gyökeres. Keep him away from my club. I don't want him.
You know
Like
who-
Gyökeres.
Who would you say? So, other than let's say Tony, if there's any other pick out there for strikers, who
Dobbik.
would you say? Dobbik.
Dobbik from Girona. Give me Dobbik. Give me should I even take Xerxes? I even take Xerxes. Like I don't think many people actually watched him play for Bologna, but like he was mashing work, you know.
Yeah.
He was doing like his link up play is great. First touch, first touch immaculate, passing abilities on fleek. People shit on him because he doesn't get all the GNA hype, but like he's one of the unsung heroes of Bologna for setting up a lot of what they were doing. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing him. But all these other brothers, nah, I'm not with it. I'm not with this GNA hype, man. I'm all about what you can do for my team as a whole, not just what you can do, attribute to GNA. Because if you look at Saka, you would think he's one of the best players in the world because of his GNA. When you look at his actual performances, not that great for the past couple years now. Like
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, this whole GNA thing, like I hear it, but it's also not just the end all of everything. Because clearly, Jude, going back to the whole Real Madrid, and my last comment about that, Jude got an assist in the final, but he had a stinker. Bar the assist, he had an absolute stinker. And let's not forget, the assist that he got was a misplaced pass by Dortmund. So he just picked up the ball.
Ian Maatsen.
Yeah, Maatsen messed it up, and he played it to Vinny, and Vinny scores. That's assist is cool, GNA cool. Like I know people are gonna talk about it later. Oh well, GNA in the final, bring it up. Jude has an assist. All right, man. Let's really just go back, rewind, and see how he got that assist, right? So that is a perfect example of why sometimes GNA is not the end all of everything when it comes to conversations about a footballer. Like it's eye test, it's a bunch of everything, impact on the team, how they around in different eras and around different players, all that type of stuff. But regarding this whole Arsenal thing, I haven't really watched the other players so much. Like Xerxes, I've seen a little bit. Gyökeres, not really so much. The Girona guy too, I've seen a little bit. But SESKO, I've watched a decent amount this season, and I don't know. I'm not impressed either. I don't really think SESKO is the type of player that you guys should be going for. Tony, I 100% see for sure. Like he's definitely the perfect fit for that Arsenal team. But SESKO is, I still think he has a lot to prove. And we've been linked with SESKO too. I think earlier this summer, before we signed Højlund, there were links of us with SESKO, and I wasn't even for SESKO then. I just didn't think he was he had proved himself, to be honest. Like, and hear me out. This is another thing I'm gonna say. I feel like this SESKO signing, if Arsenal do get SESKO, it could be similar to us signing Hoyland. Not in terms of player, just in terms of that type of signing. I don't think he gets off running right away. Like, I think it's gonna take him some time to adapt to the league. And fast football that Arsenal do play, the quick move, like counters and the fluid football, the free flowing football, all that type of stuff. Like, I think it's gonna take some time for him to get used to it. So I don't really think he's currently ready for quote unquote for this Arsenal move. But what are they saying? 56 million is his release cost, or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. 56,
Something like
60
that.
million, something like that. I'm like, no, stay far away from that. If you're gonna use 60 million, go and get Xerxes, or go and get that Ivan Toney. Go get Dovbyk, because I'm gonna say this about Dovbyk. I don't know if y'all have watched Girona play, but his catalog of goals is immense. Like, his first touch, he scored all different types of goals, headers, curled it, top bins, outside of the boot. Like, he has he's not just a goal scorer, he's a finisher. That guy is so he's unreal, bro. Like, I like, people are sleeping on this guy just because he plays for Girona and they don't watch La Liga like that. Like, I've watched almost every single game for Girona, and like, he's never failed to impress me. He won the Golden Boot, for God's sake, in La Liga. He won the Golden Boot. So, that's, if that doesn't tell you anything, I mean, come on now. And he's cheap too. Get him cheap. Why not go get him? Go get him. Shoot, I wouldn't be mad at that. I wouldn't be mad at that, because he's going to score loads of goals, and he can help in the build-up. And no brainer. And you don't have to spend that much for him. I think his release clause is like 50 million. Go and get him. Go get him, proven goal scorer in La Liga. And he's done. He helped them, he helped Girona, he helped bring Girona up to the league, got them up to third, first year in the league, in La Liga. I mean, come on now. It's no brainer. Like, I don't know why this is even going.
I mean, good business would be to get both, because Nketiah, you would get rid of Nketiah. I don't know why he's still there, and Jesus as well. The guy literally said he can't score goals. He doesn't like scoring goals. Like, it's not his thing. So why is he at the club? But yeah, good business would be real serious intent, like statement of you guys really, really want to go ahead and win this league this year, would be getting them both. Because questions have been getting one striker for the past 2 years. For me, a statement would be getting both. Because I think even SESKO solely, I don't think should be the signing. Like, if you're looking to just get one striker, if your budget is saying only you can afford one striker, SESKO ain't it. But if you're able to afford two, sure, why not? SESKO and either of those is a very good signing. Yeah.
I wouldn't spend any money on SESKO. I don't rate this guy at all. I would, like, if you're gonna get two players, go get Tony, go get Xerxes, because you got your young player in Xerxes. And then you got your old head in Tony. Very experienced. He's a dog. He can win you stuff. Or you can go get Dovbyk. You know what I'm saying? Because I think Dovbyk is very, very. He's a dog as well. People don't like I said. People don't watch La Liga, but this guy, he fights for every ball. He fights for every ball. Great scorer. Great finisher. So. No brainer. And then we got a lot of dead wood to get rid of this season. So this offseason. So we can generate, if we play our cards right, we can easily generate about 150 to 200 million to be able to spend on top of what we're already going to be spending. So we can spend like maybe 400 million if we play our cards right.
Fair enough. Yeah. Cool. Other than the striker position, Eli, what else would you say you're looking to sign? Some players who you would want for your club, basically. Just a couple of different positions, maybe you think you should strengthen.
Center mid, CDM, definitely right wing, center back. I don't think we need a left back, because if we keep Tierney for another year, we have Timber that can play there as well, and he can also play right back with Ben White. We got all that to give Ben White a rest. I would say we need another. I would say a backup goalkeeper, because it's not going to cost that much. Because right now we don't like goalkeepers the least of our problems. Striker and right winger, those are the two priority signings that we need. Because I feel like we need to get somebody better than Saka, have Saka relegated to the bench. In my opinion, I don't care. I don't give a fuck if it stunts his growth. I don't give a fuck. I'm all about winning. People gonna cry nepotism and all that shit. I don't give a fuck. Go get somebody that's better than Saka. So that'll spur Saka to get better. You know what I'm saying? That'll give him some competition. You know, get a striker. That way that'll relegate Havertz to the bench. You can have Havertz come in, you know, on a late goal type thing. You know, when the defense is tired, or you can go get another striker. You know, two strikers have, and then you can play Havertz wherever. He's a utility player, whatever the case may be. In terms of center mid, I probably, like, if I could, I'll go for a Musiala, Eze, you know, somebody like that, of that ilk. CDM, probably go for Paulinho, Fofana from Monaco, you know, somebody like that, of that ilk. Center back, I would love to get Anderson from Palace, Diamande from Sporting. You know, one of them two. Yeah, and then another thing is Eze. He can also play as a 10, so he can play. You know, you can give Odegaard a rest from time to time. Same thing with Musiala. He can also play in the 10 as well as the 8. Right wing, I would love to get Elise. I'd love to get Neto. I'd love, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I would love to get Rodrigo. I'd love to get Rodrigo. You know, I had to throw that in there. Rodrigo, that would be phenomenal. That would be a phenomenal sign. That would be a signing of intent. You know what I'm saying? Rodrigo, Tony, you know, David, bro. That front line would be insane. But I don't know if that's gonna happen. Also Zubamendi, CDM as well. I would like him.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a multitude of different, you know, players that we can get, but yeah.
Yeah, rumors of some players outgoing as well. I think Partey, or the heavy rumors of Partey may possibly leaving the club. I think, and then Jorginho obviously signed his contract, so it looks like they're gonna be keeping him. Thoughts on that, Partey? I know you've been a big fan of Partey in the team. You always had Rice, Partey, Odegaard as that midfield you wanted to see all season if they were fit. But yeah, thoughts on Partey? Possibly leaving the club?
I think that's ludicrous. I feel like we should just let him run his contract out for, you know, let him play for another season. That alleviates the need for another, center mid. You know, we can just get one CDM for this transfer window, and then have them interchange, because you never know when Partey is going to get injured. So you can play that. You can play that, and then I personally would not want to see him go. I think that's crazy, because we're not going to get money for him. We're not going to get any money for him, so that's crazy to me. But yeah, I would keep him for another year, get another CDM to kind of learn the ropes from him. If you're going to get a Zubamendi, if you're going to get a Fofana, so that way they can kind of see how he plays and try to emulate that if they haven't already integrated that into their game. Yeah, but I would say that would be ludicrous from Arsenal to sell him for cheap. Now, if we get a good bargain for him, if we get like 60 mil, around thereabouts, anywhere between 50 and 60 million, yeah, go ahead. I wouldn't be mad at that. You know, that way we can reinvest that into another, you know, center midfielder of quality. You know, but yeah, I personally, I wouldn't like to see him go. I like him a lot. I like what he brings to the team. And as for what Pat is talking about, the 200 million, bro, look at the bench. We can get rid of all those players, and it adds up to about anywhere between 120 to 200 million, depending on who you're selling and if you can get a good price for them. You know, so that's all I'm gonna say about that.
Eli,
Joel,
you don't
gotta say shit like this, bro. Joel, seriously, like, it's just uncalled for. You don't have to manifest stuff like this. Rodrigo going to Liverpool, like, there's no reason to do all that, man. For real, Liverpool ain't even part of the Mud Brothers show. We don't even gotta mention them. Like, we don't talk about them. They're off. But I'm just kidding. But yeah, 100%. Let me ask the rest of the panel real quick. Spoobs, SESKO. You fan of SESKO?
Nah.
Bro,
Let,
looks
let,
like
let Arsenal and Chelsea fight over SESKO. We'll come in the back door for Tony.
I was just about to say,
Yeah. I think we're
heavily
there.
linked,
We're there for
heavily
those Tony
linked, bro.
talks. The Tony talks are there for United. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. I think he's definitely on a short list. Like for sure. I think talks have taken place this and there, but yeah, I think let them fight it out. I think you said it perfect. Let them try to go for bidding war for SESKO while we just go snag off Tony real quick. But yeah, back to you, Boots.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't take him. I think we need a bit more experience up front, especially with Hoyland. I don't want another young player up front. Like we need some. Tony's perfect. He's perfect. Older. He's proven that he can bag goals in the Prem. From what I see, some Brentford fans I see getting mad at him because he's talking about leaving the club while he's playing. Sure, you can get mad. I don't understand that, but I definitely take him at United. Not SESKO. No way.
Yeah, fair enough. M. De Niro, your thoughts on Arsenal? Transfer stuff, strikers.
Yeah, man.
all of that?
Yeah, man. Buy that boy, man. Get him.
See him saying that makes me.
That's
not
true,
want
De Niro.
more.
Like, come on, SESKO
Hey.
for Arsenal. Yeah.
Buy that boy, bro. Buy him. Listen. I'm personally pushing for this. Arsenal fans, I think he is the man that is gonna take you to the title, bro. He is the guy you lot need. He is better than Gabriel Jesus, bro. I'm showing you, bro. Grab him with all your hand. Don't let that transfer fall through, bro. Grab him, bro. Trust me, bro. I'm the one that's saying it right now. Grab SESKO. It will be the best thing your club has ever done. Grab SESKO. Keep Mikel Arteta. In fact, you know what would even be beautiful, yeah? Grab SESKO, yeah, and even grab Osimhen with SESKO as well. Do you know why? Because I'm seeing these Osimhen links as well. Brother, you may as well grab both of them, you know.
Little rumors of Osimhen too.
That there, you see that there? That is a perfect two strikers, bro. Perfect, bro. The technical ability between those two is amazing. You lot should grab both of them. I think it would be good for the club. I think it pushes for us. I think Edu should just work his hardest to make this happen. Please, Arsenal, take these guys. I'm not saying it because I'm a rival. I'm talking from neutral perspective here, mate.
No, he's not. Don't listen to him. Arsenal, if you watching this, if you tuning in, Arsenal, do not listen to M. De Niro. He's trying to see.
He's fast. SESKO's fast. He's good on the ball.
Bro, I might even, you know what it is? I can't wait. Like, if you actually grab SESKO, yeah, like, I actually just want to see that. I think, do you know what it is? What number do you think he should get, Eli? Like, what number do you think he should get? I think he should get the number 9, you know. I think he should get in fact, now Banda, he should get number 14.
14.
You talking
about SESKO?
Yeah.
SESKO's not coming to my club. If I have any say in this, matter, SESKO does not come to my club. He does not.
Hey, man like Benjamin Henry, you know? What we saying? Man like Benjamin Henry. Hey, but anyways.
Two fraudulent Benjamins.
No. Man like Benjamin Cisco. Stay away
that definitely
from my
gonna
club.
be his name. That definitely gonna be his name. So that's why I need him to join Arsenal so we can create that name for him. Benjamin Shitsko, man, for real. But SESKO, I don't rate SESKO at all, man. I'd be absolutely livid if we got linked to SESKO, for real. You just another Hoyland to me, to be honest. CP, if you're still here, if there's no feedback, are you still on the train?
Give me a minute.
All right, yeah, I'll give him a minute. Cool. Let's see what else. But yeah, Osimhen talks too. I've heard a little bit of Osimhen links with Arsenal as well.
He's a bum. Keep him away from my club. I don't want either of those brothers. They both.
What are your guys' thoughts on Osimhen? Because Osimhen is just mixed for me, to be honest. I haven't seen enough to say that he's quality the way that we.
He's not great, bro.
Yeah,
he's not good.
Him and his agent are pricing himself out of a move, to be honest. He wants too much money. He wants crazy agent fees. He wants crazy wages. We've seen Napoli fell off at the end of the season, so we didn't really see the best of Osimhen. And if you're spending like 120 million or 113, whatever his buyout is, you want to be sure of the player you're buying. And Osimhen, you don't know. You don't know what he'll be like in the Prem. It's all up in the air, so nah.
I'd say Osimhen should just go to PSG. Just go to PSG.
Yeah, just go to PSG.
Just get the money, go to PSG. You'll stat pad in the French league. Like, you'll have a here and there.
He knows the league. He's played there before.
Just go to the French league. Yeah, seriously, just play for PSG. They need a striker now too. So, and I wouldn't say he'd replace Mbappe, but that's a good signing, I'd say, for PSG for sure. But yeah, Osimhen, I'm not the biggest of fans. I still would say I need to see a lot more from him.
I've seen enough. I've seen enough to know that he's a bum.
Yeah, fair enough. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. I do want to hear.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah,
I can hear you. Yeah. Go on.
Okay.
Sesko. I know because you've been talking about Sesko in the group chat too, so I want to hear your thoughts about Sesko.
I think Sesko's an okay signing. He's not that bad. He scored 14 goals. He started getting goals in the second half of the season because that's when he started getting starts. And if we're saying, oh, he's not good enough to get starts in the beginning, Cole Palmer wasn't good enough to get starts in either. And then look what he turned out to be. So if we're going to have these weird double standards, I just want consistency. Because if we're talking about also consistency, how is Ivan Toney's consistency? Because before last year's 20 goals, he had 11 goals in the league. And then last year he had 20. And then this year he has 4. He has the exact same manager. The only change was Raya moving from Brentford to Arsenal. There was no other major changes. And Buemo became better. Sorry?
The bet and stuff as well this season.
Yeah, I know. But I'm saying, still, 4 goals is not good enough since he came back with 1 assist. I'm sorry. Now, if we're going to do slander names, is he just English Gabriel Jesus? Is he English Gabriel Jesus?
That's crazy.
Because he has had 1 season of 20 goals, right? You could say that about many other strikers. Michu had 20 goals in a season. We had Dembaba have 20 goals in a season.
Like Michu, you know.
So I'm sorry, like this thing, and then we're putting on, and then we're saying Osimhen, right? We're giving excuses maybe for Tony. Osimhen had Spalletti just go to the national team, their main coach who won them the league last year, and then they had 3 different managers this season, and he still scored 15 goals in the league with 3 different managers.
15 isn't the top.
All right. So if we're talking about Tony,
no. You talked. So it's my turn. I'm sorry. We'll have a discussion after this. We'll have a discussion after this. We'll have a discussion because he has.
Bro's been waiting for his turn on the train, bro. He's been waiting
because now we're talking about the winners. Now, Osimhen has won something. Napoli hadn't won the league in 30 years. Very similar to Arsenal not winning for 20 years, and he had won something. Tony has not won anything. He didn't even win the championship. They went through playoffs. Let's be honest with it, okay?
I'll say this, though. Osimhen, yes, he did win the league, but I also will say this. Yes, he was a big part of winning the league, but there's also that other guy. What's his name? I can't pronounce
Kvaratskhelia. Yes, but that's everything, right? That's like Foden. Yeah, but that's also Foden with Rodri and Kevin De Bruyne. Every good team's gonna have multiple players showing up for them, right? Even with Vinny, you have Modric and Kroos and whoever. So I'm not gonna discount that.
Did he win player of the season as well? That guy.
Yes.
Okay.
No. Osimhen did for last year, and then he won African Best Player too. So that's the thing. It's like we're poo-pooing on a guy who's won something. That's what I was calling. Yeah. Right. It's like now we're popping up Tony so much, but then we're looking at the proof. The year before last season, he had 11. So it's not a consistency of 20 plus goals. And then he's also saying Gyökeres isn't good. But Gyökeres had 20-something goals in the championship too. With Coventry, that was a worse team than Brentford, which Tony had around 20-something goals as well. And then he comes in again with 29 goals in the league for a Sporting side, winning their second league. And they hadn't won a league in 20 years before then as well. And we're discouraging this guy, and this guy's also 27. So like Tony, you could say is a late bloomer, so is this guy. I just want consistency.
I like Gyökeres.
Yeah, bro.
I think Gyökeres is good. I just want consistency in arguments. If you were saying he's not his championship or he's not won things or everything, like that's all I'm saying. Because we're saying excuses for Tony.
Arsenal, bro. That's why he should go to Arsenal.
I'm saying Gyökeres would be a great signing for them. I think he would be better than SESKO. I don't think Osimhen is also a player that works for them, but someone who can link up play, who can hold up the ball, and who knows how to score and is good at heading is Gyökeres, for me personally. And that's not an agenda thing. I just said Osimhen they should stay away from. SESKO, I don't think it plays for them either. I think it works for Maresca's system because he likes a guy who can hold the ball, mostly likes people going in behind, and that's SESKO's strength. Unlike for you guys who want more of a link-up play as well, which is fair enough. That's what I'm saying. Gyökeres works. He also has played in a system where you kind of play a black 3, very similar to you guys, because you have either Ben White tucking and overlapping, or you have your left back who's not Zinchenko, the other guy. I'm forgetting the name of the center back. So it's basically a 3 at the back, very similar to Amarin's system. You have 10s as wingers in a sense, and that's what your Saka and you have Odegaard, and then that's what Martinelli is supposed to be. There's some similarities, and then so I like Gyökeres makes the most sense to me. He has scored goals. He scored goals in Coventry. So if you're going to say the championship thing with Tony, that's the same thing. In a worse team for Coventry than it was for Brentford, with a worse manager, and then he's proved it again for Sporting, back-to-back seasons, right? So I'm just asking for consistency. So that's all I gotta say. So Eli can do his rebuttal, and then I'm done for that. Go for it. Sorry, Eli, for cutting you off earlier.
No,
yeah,
you
we'll
good,
move on
you good.
to Chelsea.
No worries. The only thing I was gonna say is that like every single season, it seems like Tony, does his thing. Championship, 33 goals, 10 assists. First year in the Prem, 12 goals, 5 assists. Second year in the Prem, 20 goals, 4 assists. And the only reason he didn't improve on that this year is because of, the whole half a season not being able to play. So I just think Tony, in my opinion, I feel like he's the best fit for Arsenal. All the things that you were saying Gyökeres can do, Ivan Toney can do that. And we've actually seen it in the Prem. Like, he knows the Prem. He's played against all the teams, so he knows exactly how it works. There's no need to, take a risk on Gyökeres, even though he's done it in a championship, even though he's done it in another league. We've never seen him in the Premier League like we've seen Ivan Toney. So that's why I'm saying I'd rather go for Ivan Toney, because I know exactly what he's capable of. I know exactly how he plays in this league against the same teams. He's just going to be doing that for Arsenal instead. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I prefer Ivan Toney. I don't think Gyökeres is the one that's going to take us forward, in my opinion. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, fair enough. I personally think one of the strikers that we didn't mention, who I thought would have been honestly perfect and a very, very good fit for Arsenal, but the only reason we didn't mention him is because I don't think he's available and he'll cost a lot, is Alexander Isak. I really, really like Alexander Isak. I think Isak's quality, if it comes to two strikers for me that I would want to definitely be Tony or Isak. Both, are different in terms of the game. Obviously, Isak, questions about him is that he's a little bit injury prone, but in terms of like technical ability and just also striker as well, we've seen this past season. I could look towards that Man City game. I thought he played very, very well in that game. Trying to create stuff, do things himself, all of that. But yeah, Isak I think would be a good fit for you guys. But the only thing is that, oh yeah, you did. My bad, Pat. You did mention Isak earlier, but yeah, the thing for him is just his price tag would be way too much. I think Newcastle would ask for probably near 100 million, to be honest, for someone like Isak. But yeah, I think Isak would be a decent striker. But cool. We'll move on. CP, if you're available, we'll go to Chelsea real quick. Obviously, Enzo Maresca officially confirmed as Chelsea manager. You now currently have 2 Enzos at the club. That means I can run my Enzo agenda twice. I'm all for it. That's absolutely perfect for me. But Enzo Maresca, obviously at the club, we'll get your first thoughts on that. Another signing that you guys really made and that kind of pissed me off, and I'm looking at Ineos really weird, is TOSIN, because the way you guys did business regarding this whole TOSIN thing, swift, quick, smooth, no implications, no problems. You guys wanted a player. Negotiations took place very quickly. It was done, and I have to applaud Chelsea for that business. I think TOSIN is a good signing that they've got, especially considering this. Thiago Silva was leaving, and you guys did need a center back. All that type of stuff. And now there's links of, talks about Trevor Chalobah being replaced. Actually, I've had certain United fans ask me if I would take Trevor Chalobah at my club. And I'll get to it. I'll get to all that stuff at the United part. But we'll go to you. Obviously, you weren't here last week either. So we'll get your thoughts about Chelsea, Enzo. Give us your thoughts about, are you happy with Enzo? And there's another rumor of Sanchez also possibly staying. I think Enzo said that he is. He is. Let us know your thoughts, bro. Floor is yours.
Not the manager that I wanted. Mine was Amorim. But I get the logic of it because they want possession style football that suits our players more. And he has worked with some of our players in Lavia and Palmer, and as well as TOSIN. Like, he's worked with all of them in the U team and everything like that. He did a decent job with Leicester. He did very quickly transform that side, I would say, in terms of play style. Like, you can think of the squad as being a good enough squad for the Prem, but he did change that play style pretty quick. And there's been a lot of teams that have been relegated that haven't come up right away with the Premier League ready squad, I would say. So I'm not excited or ecstatic, but we'll wait and see how it is. I'm not going to count anything I see in preseason because I saw the same thing with Poch. So no way in hell am I going to believe that. I'm going to wait till the first 10 games. I want a certain style of play. And that's all I can hope for right now. With regards to, and it's a 5-year contract, so apparently reports are saying that they do admit they made a mistake with Pochettino, and that's why they only offered him a 2+1 initially, anyways. And that's why they've given this guy 5+1. And then when he came into the interview, he said he had scouting reports on all the players that are even on loan as well. So your Madsons, your Hutchinsons, your Angelos, and whatnot from our scouting. So at least that's good. I am a bit bummed about the Sanchez one because the link we did have with one goalkeeper from Las Palmas really worked for us. He's a sweeper keeper. He's actually the best stats for being a sweeper keeper in all of Europe, and has great passing as well, and third highest save percent, like prevented goals in La Liga with 6.3. And the Las Palmas side that came in 16th, and they didn't concede a lot, so it was mostly them not scoring goals that prevented them from getting higher. But if this is the sword he wants to die on, then okay, let's see how it is this season. Very similar to how Pep wanted to die on Bravo in the first season, and then he changed to Ederson. So I think it could be like that. I'm happy with the TOSIN deal. Actually, it wasn't a very quick deal, to be honest. Reports are that we actually had him a contract a month ago. So because we were the first one in, that's, I think, why we more so won the fight. A small percentage, you could say 2-3%, is also he's a Chelsea fan. Sorry for that. Is a Chelsea fan. But like, I don't count that fan shit because Sancho was a Chelsea fan. He went to United. Palmer's a United fan. He's in Chelsea. Elise is a United fan, but his brother is at Chelsea. I'm not gonna care about what that works for in transfers, really. So it's just more so we were the first ones in. I think he was earning around 40K in Fulham. So even if it's a pay rise, it's probably gonna be around 70, 80K on a free. If he doesn't work out this season, we sell him as profit. I was getting rid of Trevor Chalobah. I get the pros and cons. It depends on who we get. If we get an Elise and a SESKO, I'm happy. I'm then satisfied. The main thing has to be Elise for me, though, not the SESKO signing, but the Elise signing. That's a must. It also depends on how we do with Ian Maatsen. Like being priced out and everything. We'll see how that works.
Yeah. Tough Champions League final for him.
Yeah, like I saw Hussam saying, there you go. But then I'm like, I've seen 2 Champions League finals where that fraud in Trent Alexander-Arnold that basically gave away a goal to Vini Jr., right? Then the second Champions League final, he didn't cover his man. So if we're going to say, there you go, Poch out, then there you go, Klopp out. If
to be honest, like back to that. Sorry to interrupt, but back to that, like more on Maatsen. Less on Maatsen. I'd say it's more on Adeyemi. He missed a lot of chances in that final, bro. Like he has to be scoring that, and like even on Adeyemi too. Like I'm not gonna sit here and be like a Dortmund fan. Like oh my god, we lost like the final. This is our moment, and fuck them. They need to leave and all that shit. They learn. You learn from experiences like this. It's only up. You only go forward when it comes to experiences like this. So it's all Maatsen hate that he's been getting after this final. It makes no sense to me. I think Maatsen's still a quality player. Let's not forget that he still made it to a Champions League final as well.
And he's huge difference to that team.
A huge difference to that team. So this whole Maatsen shit, like I'm not about it because like I rate Maatsen as a player, but also just like if this was my player, one of my players, if they had done this to Kabu Menu in a Champions League final, I'd be livid. Let's not forget the season that he's had. One game doesn't change anything, bro. Like I get it, it's the final, and that was the real thing, that was the hurdle, all of that. But let's also talk about the other players. Like it's not just solely on him; it's about everyone. I could talk about Sancho. I rate Sancho. He didn't do shit in the final. He didn't. It's just simple as that. Like he was trying, but nothing happened. It's really just what it is. And same thing about Sancho too. I'm not gonna be on Sancho's case. Like I hear a lot of United fans on Sancho's case. Oh, why are we bringing him back? Look at this. We won the FA Cup. Bullshit. Absolute bullshit. I hate that shit, bro. The guy was happy. He was in a club where they appreciated him. We didn't appreciate him. So why are we doing this whole bullshit of we don't need him back in the club and all of that? We'd love to be in a Champions League final too, and he was part of that, and that's good for him. I'm happy for him that he went to that. But yeah, back to the whole Chelsea thing. Maatsen was on the team of the tournament. Exactly. It just makes no sense, man. These fans are way over the top when it comes to this shit.
And Joel.
Yeah.
Sorry. And Joel saying we don't need Elise, it'll be a disaster. No, we do need Elise. He's saying we have Palmer, Madueke, and Nkunku. Nkunku does not play on the right at all. He plays either centrally or on the left. He always has been like that.
More like a center
so
forward.
And the way that I'm seeing Maresca play, he has an 8/10, the Shrewsbury Hall role. That's where I see Palmer playing. And then Elise is going to be the wide winger, I see. And then the backer would be Madueke. That's perfect. I want more competition. That's what Eli wants too. We had a time when we had Frank Lampard and we still had Michael Ballack. We had Didier Drogba scoring 20 plus goals in a season in 2010, and we bought Fernando Torres. We had Shevchenko during this period and Crespo. I do not care. I want more good players. Madrid never say no. They got Mbappe, and their backup is literally apparently the best thing since Neymar for Brazilian talent and Endrick. What are we doing? I don't care. I want more talent. It gives, and how injury prone it is. Okay, so if Elisa is injury prone, I have enough space because I have a Madueke. Palmer can go there. And Nkunku is known to play as an 8 in his younger years at Leipzig even. I want more good players. I'm never going to say no. If we get rid of Maatsen, I do want either Calafiori from Bologna, but he's favored to go to Juventus because of Motta. Or I want Loco in the French league. I'm forgetting what team he's on right now. He would be a good replacement for Maatsen if we're gonna get rid of Maatsen. And then, because now since we're not getting a goalkeeper, we're saying Oshiman's too expensive, and it makes sense. He has a release clause of around, the reports are between 110 to 130 million plus the agent fees. He's going to cost us over 150 million straight up cash, not even installments. So I'm not going to take that. So that's why I get the SESKO thing. So that's why I'll be happy if we get Elise and SESKO, but the main thing being Elise. That's the main thing I want is Elise. And also I'm fine with us getting Bradley Somerville. I know we have a lot of left wingers, but once again, we're saying Sterling never steps off. We don't know how Madueke is. I'll take a risk on a guy worth 30 million. I'll take that risk. It's not that much. We don't need any more midfielders, I would say. I would say now it was good. It was going to be 5 signings. Now it's 4 signings for the no goalkeeper. So those would be kind of my 4 would be the center back of Calafiori. The heck can also play left back. Loca left back. Alicia is right wing. Striker SESKO. I do hear Xerxes, but we don't have links there, so that's why I'm not saying that. And same with Gilchrist, no links there anymore either. So, and Dalvik too. Like all those ones that Eli also mentioned, I would like them in my team as well. It's just we're not linked with them. And SESKO gives a different profile for me. He is way better ball striker than Jackson. And while Jackson does provide better link-up play, if I have enough playmakers in my team, just like Man City, I don't care. I just need my striker to score goals, right? If I have if as Chelsea fans and me myself have defended Enzo. Enzo's a playmaker. Caicedo can play balls. We'll have Elise. Now we have Palmer in the 8/10, and we have Nkunku. Like that should be enough creativity with Reece James as well. That should be enough creativity for this man to just put the ball in the back of the net for SESKO, right? And he gives us a better heading option than Jackson ever could. Let's be frank with that. So that's the thing. It looks like an interesting window. I like the links so far. I just don't like the goalkeeper thing, but that's about it. And Chalobah would be a good signing for you guys as depth. I would say Chalobah would be a good signing for you guys as depth. I would say.
I'm gonna get into United section, but yeah, fair enough.
Yeah,
quick.
I'm sorry. The last thing. The last thing I saw Joel saying Estavio and Paez. Dude, that's fine. They're gonna be part of the first team. Doesn't mean they're starting in the first team. Just like Endrick was probably promised to be at Madrid, not loaned out. He's going to be interacting with the first team. He's not going to be starting for the first team. It is fine. They are not fully proven yet. And trust me, I rate these 2 players, especially as someone who watches Brazilian Liga do Brazil. Like, I know how good Estavio has been rated, but no, I don't care. The cream will rise to the top. I do not care how many prospects we get and they fail because some will succeed. That's what Madrid did. What are we doing here? That's what we used to do. I don't care. I care about winning, just like Eli said. I don't care about anything else. I don't care. No offense. I don't care about any of the players. I care about my club winning trophies. I do not care about what my players feel, their career going down the drain because we got more competition. I don't give a fuck.
Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. Question to you, but I know this might be a little bit early to ask, but
no, go ahead.
Your expectations from Enzo Maresca this season?
Top four, without a doubt. I do not care about 5th.
Top four in
and
the trophy,
Conference League.
or
Yes, no,
Conference League.
Conference League is the must. That's the bare minimum. If we can
Okay.
get another trophy on top of that, that's fine. But if we're saying top four in a trophy, I don't even count the Conference League as the trophy because it should be a fucking given for us. I will not accept anything less. And
So
the only
no
way
top
I will
four, no
accept,
trophy, you're Maresca out.
yes,
Do you not
What
think that's a
about
lot
that
of
is-
top
pressure?
four? What about top four, no trophy?
depends on how far our trophy run is,
Season
right?
went?
Like if we're in the FA Cup final, sorry, if we're in the FA Cup final or the Carabao Cup final and we get beat by Man City, I'll take that, right?
Okay.
But top four is a minimum then, because we have to get back into champs. I don't care if it's a young manager, because you know what we did with a championship manager in his first season? Frank Lampard, we got top four. I don't care. This team is talented enough.
Right.
This team is definitely talented enough. And unlike Spurs, we will have the financial backing. And I'm not trying to roast Spurs, but they re-signed Timo Werner and are thinking of signing Conor Gallagher. I am sorry. We at least have the financial backing with our ownership. I'm not expecting anything less.
Fair enough. Cool. Last, before I go to the rest of the panel, two players that you would immediately sell.
Oh, Gallagher and Sterling.
Okay. Fair enough. I thought you'd say Chilwell, to be honest, but that's fair enough. Okay.
He's a lost cause. It's okay.
Yeah, no worries. Cool. We'll go to the Chelsea. I call him Chelsea's biggest hater from now on. Spooby, we'll go to you.
Why did I hate Chelsea? What did I say about Chelsea?
What do you mean? You always, whenever it comes to shows in the past, there's agendas that just arise during Chelsea sections.
What?
It's always Chelsea sections. Chelsea sections is where these agendas arise. But anyways, I jokingly said that. We'll go to you. Your thoughts, Enzo Maresca. I'm not talking about Enzo Fernandez, so I'm talking about Enzo Maresca. As the manager, obviously, Tosin was a player that we were linked with. Your thoughts on Tosin? Would you have wanted Tosin at United?
Yeah, for a free transfer, yeah. I mean, if he doesn't do well, you can just sell him one. I don't think they're taking much risk. In terms of Chelsea, I don't know. CP said he wants top four in a trophy. To me, that's a high standard. To me, that's a reach. Because
they're a big club.
Yeah, I don't see nothing wrong with that. I don't see nothing wrong with that.
I'm not getting at CP's expectations for his club.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be realistic where you expect Maresca to come in and get you top four, the Conference League and another trophy. That's a big ask.
We're saying this now, but as much as we absolutely hate Ten Hag did that. Top four and a trophy in his first season.
Okay, but what?
You can say the same thing about.
Yeah.
You can say the same thing about.
No. Maresca is in the championship, bro.
Yeah, no, I hear
Ten Hag has managed in a Dutch league. You can next for the Dutch league all you want, and he's also managed in the Champions League. So it wasn't. It's not.
But sorry,
also at the same time, Ten Hag was back.
Sorry, last thing.
Ten Hag made signings. He spent a lot of money and. He ended up doing it. Like top four was and top four and a trophy. At that time, if Ten Hag had joined in, I don't know what you had said at that time, Spoos, but either way, our what do you say? Our goal should be that every season. That's a bare minimum every single season. Top four and a trophy, right? Whether we think this manager could achieve it, that's a whole different question. I think that's what you're getting to. Yeah, that's what you're getting to.
No, sorry, but Scooby. Lampard did that. He got top four, and then we lost in the FA Cup final. That would have been top four in a trophy, and he came from Derby. That was sixth. This guy's won with Leicester.
Okay, maybe you're right. Where did you finish before Lampard?
We were
the season
fifth. We were fifth or fourth, but with Sarri, we won the Europa League.
But you were fifth or fourth before the league with Lampard.
We had a transfer ban with Lampard. Yeah, I remember.
We had a transfer ban with Lampard. That's true. We couldn't bring anyone in.
Okay, that's fair. No, I hear it. I feel like it's a bit of a reach to, or just more a heap of pressure to put on Maresca. I don't know to put that. I don't know. Chelsea fans always go on about standards and all this, but sometimes you have to be realistic.
But this is the thing that I'll say is if it makes no sense for Chelsea to get Maresca if they're not trying to be ambitious. You would always have to try to be ambitious. If you wanted to really be ambitious, Try to go get someone like Ruben Amorim if you really thought that, you know, a manager,
That's my fault.
like Ruben Amorim is the manager for you. They really truly believe that Enzo Maresca is the person, so they have to hold him to that standard. Like, if the guy is getting the job, we're not just going to be like, oh, well, we got to, you know, lay off him a little bit. It's just, he's just come from the championship. Like, I get all that. But at the same time,
I don't know.
this
But
is
I
a
don't
big
know if
club.
all Chelsea fans
Yeah.
are like CP, where they're expecting that. I think some of them are still in the mind of, oh, it's still a process. We're still building up. This is still the rebuild. Now that we've got
Okay.
Maresca, it's another
I hear
rebuild.
you. I hear you. But do you think Bayern fans will say the same thing about Vincent Kompany?
And also, Spoovy, based on reports,
Bayern
this
fans
is
are
the
going to
reason why.
expect Vincent Kompany to win the Bundesliga title next year. They're going to expect him to do it. They just lost.
I don't think it's the same. I think it's different.
No. I don't think it's the same 100%. But what I'm getting to is that is the minimum achievement for big clubs like Chelsea and like Bayern Munich. It don't matter who the manager is that's coming in. They're at least expected to deliver top 4 and a trophy. At least to me. Any type of coach, I'm expecting this for our next coach, Spoobs. I'd want for him to at least try to do that. Whether he can do that is a whole different question. But that's what you would want this manager to do. Top 4 minimum and a trophy is what the aim would be initially, right? And then you build on from that. Isn't that what we wanted from Ten Hag this season? That's what we had achieved our first season, right? Now we wanted Ten Hag to try to show signs of us being a team that could challenge.
Yeah, but Ten Hag's experience more than Maresca.
Yeah, 100%. I hear you. But yeah, back to it. Sorry to cut you off in between. You can continue cooking, bro. But yeah, that was just my whole point. Yeah.
No, I'm not hating on Maresca. I'm not saying he's going to be bad, or I'm just for a championship manager to go up to the Prem. I know they did it with Lampard, but CP said it before the season with Lampard, they were 5th or 4th anyway. So he just kind of finished in the same. I know he didn't have a transfer window, but he just kind of finished in the similar position. Now you have Chelsea. They finished. What did they finish this season? 5th,
6th.
And what was the season before? Was 8th.
But Scooby, we're also 5 points behind 4th. We're only 5 points behind, and we're saying this manager is a fraud. And the sporting directors have said one of the main reasons we got rid of Poch is because of the same standard. They wanted Poch to get top 4, and he didn't meet that. So I'm counting it by their standards as well, right? They're saying he didn't win a trophy and top 4, and that's what they expect the next manager to do. So that's what I'm expect them to do as well, because that's what they fired Poch apparently.
I hear that. I'm not. And CP has the right mindset. Like he wants the. But I'm hearing like Chelsea fans, like Don, for example. He is gearing up for this another rebuild season. Like, how many more excuses are these players going to get? If I hear one Chelsea fan next season saying Enzo is playing badly because of the manager again, I better not fucking hear that. Because if that happens again, it's over. Okay,
hey,
CP,
we all know why Enzo was playing bad this year. Come on now, don't start this again. Don't start this again, Spoopy. We know why Enzo was playing bad.
Yeah, we're not starting this. We're not. Yeah. Enzo Maresca. Enzo Maresca.
Sorry, yeah. But yeah, Chelsea done well with the tossing. I mean, at least their board is moving quickly. I'll give that to Chelsea. Like, I'm jealous of that. They're bored and moving. They're making moves. United seem to be making moves for the sporting director, technical director, scout, medics. But for the manager, we're sitting on our hands waiting. I don't know why. But yeah, Enzo Maresca. Yeah, I mean, Chelsea fans should expect top 4. I think top 4 is reasonable.
Fair enough. Cool. And Dinero, we'll go to you. Chelsea, thoughts on Enzo Maresca, and also Tosin deal, and also. It's a little bit related to you because Chelsea are looking to, sell potentially Conor Gallagher to
relax.
to Tottenham. So yeah, let us know your thoughts, bro.
When we get to Tottenham, we'll deal with that. This is the Chelsea section.
Yeah.
So obviously, what's it called? Top 4 in a trophy. 3 trophies is maybe a drag, but top 4 and 1 trophy I could say calm. Do you get me? I feel like I hear what CP saying though, as in like the Conference League is like it don't count, but it counts in a way. I hear that, but yeah, man, I feel like even this season, a lot of people have downplayed the players and whatever, but the players ended up finishing 6th, bro. You get me? So at the end of the day, you got the way football works is the end result, bro, and the end result is they finish 6th. They finished higher than certain people had them to finish, and yeah, bro. And throughout bits of the season, we've seen we've seen what's it called? What certain players can do, bro. Like we've seen throughout the season what certain of the youngsters can do. Them, I feel like any signing. So, for example, obviously Sesko. I want Sesko to go to Arsenal. I don't want him to go to Chelsea. But I'll be real. Like if Chelsea getting an Elise, that's a good addition to your squad. Like CP said, you want competition in your team. You can't be saying no to a place because a position is overfilled. But football's a dog eat dog game, bro. You get me? Bro, you can be there 1 minute, next minute, bro, you're gone, bro. That's just how it works. And if somebody's better than you, bro, they're better than you. You just gotta. This is how any player that's in the business knows. So as a fan, I even agree with what CP says. As a fan, all I care about is, bro, man wants my team to win trophies. So whatever that takes, if that means, yeah, it's always sad that like a young player may have got bought and then now he gets shifted out the squad because of somebody else, bro. So be it, bro. I'm a fan, bro. You get me? I'm a fan. I'm here to see my team try and win stuff and whatever. So, and I feel like that's any team, bro. Even teams that get relegated or whatever, they you get me? They want a team that's gonna be able to do something for them. So yeah, man, if you grab an Elise, that'll be a very great addition to your squad. And yeah, man, like obviously you're shipping out some of the not dead weight, but you're shipping out some of the weight as well from your squad, which helps. So yeah, man, like I've always said though, like as much as like I just, you know, my thing, innit? Like I don't like Chelsea, but I hate Arsenal so much that like, do you get it? Like, bro, like Chelsea, whatever they do in it, I don't really care. It's like, bro, obviously you lot just, you get me, bro. You just you do whatever you need to do in it. But yeah, man, your new manager as well, you get me? He's calm in it. We'll just see what he does. There's nothing to really say. Everything is speculation right now, isn't it? But
yeah,
like if he comes in, we can see, we'll be able to tell from early what he will be about. Just like the same way as when Ange came into Spurs, you can tell what he's about. So from when you find out what he's about, that's where your judgment can come in on whether you're liking what he's doing or you don't like what he's doing, bro. So yeah, man, Chelsea fans, like I said before, that you got some stuff to look forward to this season. You got a lot of players back. Reece James back, you get me? What's it called? You got Reece James back. You got so you just got, everything is looking nice right now. So you get me? Hopefully it falls off, but it's looking nice right now, isn't it? So yeah, man, got a new manager, linked to some good players. Let's see what happens. Obviously, the Sanchez thing, I'm very happy that happened. I'm very glad that the manager put his trust in Sanchez. I think Sanchez is an extraordinary goalkeeper. I think this season was just a sad season. I think he is an extraordinary goalkeeper. I think he did deserve to be given a second opportunity.
He can't even say that with a straight face.
Just for that. He turned his camera on just for that.
He can't even say that with a straight face.
Bro, listen.
You know what? It's so funny because I didn't expect his speech to go this way. Like I just heard it. I'm like,
I already knew it. I already knew what was happening.
Bro, he's a very listen. We've seen Sanchez at Brighton, bro. We've seen what he's capable of, you know. And I just think, like I said, this season you're going to see a different Sanchez, a well more improved Sanchez. You know, distribution, all of those. Can't wait to play Chelsea when he's in goal. No?
Yeah.
Hey, can I just jump in? Pick up Joel in the chat. I agree with Joel. Elise, Chelsea don't need Elise. Just leave him alone. Let him.
I absolutely agree too. I don't think Chelsea need Elise, man. I honestly said the same thing about Tosin too. I don't think they needed Tosin, but shit, it's okay. They got Tosin, but yeah, Elise, you don't need him. You don't need him, man. It's fine. You have Madueke, big drip Madueke, man. That's who you guys got. So no, you don't need to worry about all that shit. You got Cole Palmer too, man. It's all good. We chilling. Cole Palmer scored today as well. I like Cole Palmer, but yeah. Eli, we'll go to you. Chelsea, Enzo Maresca. I honestly haven't really watched a lot of like Enzo Maresca at Leicester, but I know that he's got Leicester promoted. Funniest thing will be if Leicester finish above Chelsea this season. That'd be the funniest thing ever. I swear to God. But yeah, Eli, floor is yours. Thoughts on Enzo Maresca? Tosin to Chelsea, of course. Olise links and possibly even Benjamin Sesko, maybe. I'm sure you're all for that.
Hey, listen, Chelsea, if you're watching this, please, for the love of God, take Sesko. Take Sesko, please.
Just like how you took Mudryk, take Sesko.
Yeah. Please, just like how you did Mudryk. Take
Yeah,
SESKO. We don't
for
want
real.
him.
I hear you.
Don't want him. Y'all can have him, please. In terms of Maresca, play solid ball. I've watched Leicester a few times this season. Every time I watch them, they've looked really good. You know, so I expect them to do decently with Chelsea. You know, if they play that same system, I feel like Chelsea may be a problem team to deal with this year, way more so than the past couple of years. So they're definitely going to be better this year. You know, with a healthy squad, a healthy Enzo, Spooby. Anyway,
only player on earth to have an injury.
Anyway, CP said, "Hold that." I see him. I can't hear him, but I can see his mouth saying, "Hold that, Spooby." but yeah,
I wonder if they'll be. No, go ahead.
They're definitely going to be a lot harder to contend with this year. I can't lie. They're going to be tough. In terms of Elise links, I don't want them to take Elise. I really don't. But they get Elise, bro. That's going to be a tough team right there, man. I wouldn't want to face Chelsea with Elise on that squad. The TOSIN, I'm not really too moved by that. I think he's a decent player. You know, I feel like he definitely doesn't start for Chelsea over the likes of Fofana, because Fofana is going to be back, and then whoever else they decide to put next to Fofana. I think he's a backup, a good backup. He's a good player. I like TOSIN. I just don't think he starts for Chelsea. I don't like, if Man United would have got him, I don't think he starts for Man United either. But yeah, he's a good player. He's a good player, good backup, good squad depth. You know what I'm saying? So if they ever need to rotate, they're not going to be missing much with TOSIN in the team. So, you know, that's a decent sign for them.
But he could start for United because they don't have Varane. Who do they have on the right? Lindelof. They don't have anyone right now. They really don't have anyone.
That's true.
Joking.
That is true. That's very true. That's a good point, CP. But yeah, in terms of Elise, I don't want them to take Elise. TOSIN's calm. Please take SESKO. Maresca, he's probably gonna do his thing. The Robert Sanchez thing, that take is wild, yo. Like, he likes Sanchez. Why do you like Sanchez? That dude is trash.
Have you seen him, bro?
Garbage.
Yeah.
Like that.
Hey,
that
CP, is that low key a red flag for you? Low key. I don't know if he's here.
I'm not
you considering
really.
that like a red flag? Not really. Okay, fair enough.
No, because he's not saying I'm going to start Sanchez. He's just saying I like Sanchez ball playing. So I could say
true.
So because he, with the Leicester keeper, he developed the third choice goalkeeper in his ball playing skills. So he could do that with Petrovic because he likes Petrovic a lot too.
This is what I was saying. So that you're saying that's cool, but I'm gonna share the tweet too, because the way Fabrizio kind of worded his tweet, it just kind of looks like he's gonna be the starting goalkeeper, bro. Sanchez. Here, I'll show you guys real quick. So yeah, understand Chelsea's new coach Maresca told the board that he really likes Robert Sanchez. Maresca looking forward to working with Spanish goalkeeper next season, as he believes Robert is ready for his next phase of his career. So he's looking to start him, bro. He's looking to start him.
Nice.
He's looking to make him the #1 goalkeeper.
Next stage.
So what I'm saying, it's like, that's why I'm asking you. And obviously, like, this is just a genuine question. Like, is it kind of like a red flag to you? Because I can tell you personally, we signed the likes of someone like Anthony, and honestly, I should have seen that as a fucking red flag. Like, if I'm being honest, but it is what it is. So this is just my simple question to you. Do you kind of concerned or not really?
A little bit, but it depends, right? Like, he could start him and then drop him later.
Yeah.
So I don't care. It's just we'll see how it goes. Like, because I get it to a point because he's a ball playing center back. He's good with long balls. He sucks at short. So I guess he'll work on that.
I think he cut out a little bit, but all good. We'll hear from you when you get back, bro. No worries.
But real quick,
go on, Eli. Go on, Eli. Sorry.
So what I'm thinking is, if Sanchez does start, if Chelsea get their best back line back, and then they have Caicedo and Enzo sitting in front of them, that's gonna be a tough line to break with because Reece James should be back, and then they could possibly play Gusto at left back. You know what I'm saying? So that'll be a tough back four plus the midfield to get through. So he won't be facing as many shots as he did this year. You know, when they had all these different backline combinations and stuff like that. You actually have a steady backline if nobody gets injured. So it could be a situation like Onana at Inter Milan, where he didn't really face a lot of shots, or Ederson at Man City, where you don't face a whole lot of shots. You know what I'm saying? So as long as they're not peppering the goal, Sanchez is he'll be a solid choice for that. You know, because of his ball distribution skills, and you know he's a very tall goalkeeper. So in those one-on-one situations, it'll be a lot harder to get past him. You know, because I've seen him in one-on-one situations, and it's very hard to get past his size as a goalkeeper. You know what I'm saying? So I can see why CP doesn't really view it as much of a red flag, you know what I'm saying? So I can see the similarities in terms of that. Pat, exactly. Same thing. Raya doesn't face as many shots, so he doesn't really he doesn't really get that scrutiny because he's not facing all these shots. So I kind of agree with CP. It's not necessarily like a huge red flag because, in terms of what he wants from his goalkeeper and the fact that he's going to set up his back line in a way that he's not going to concede. They're not going to concede too many shots. So I can see, I can see how that can play out. So yeah, I agree with CP on that one.
There we go.
I don't know.
Nice.
Can I just jump in with CP?
Yeah,
I know about the Maresca plays. Is Reece James going to be inverting into the midfield? I know CP. I know he's listening. I don't know if he can talk. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know how. Would you class Reece James as world class? Panel. This is to everyone.
Panel?
No.
No.
I think he's very good. He's a very good right back. Probably.
Yeah.
Is he good? Is he
I
good
just
or
can't
great?
consider someone world class if they're not really available. That's really just
facts.
facts.
Like his ability wise, yes.
On his day though, he's world class. That's what
I agree. Like ability wise, world class. It's just availability wise, no.
But why you ask? Why you ask?
No, because he's going to be inverting, right? I was listening. I listened to Chelsea Space, and not gonna lie, I love hearing them argue with each other.
Channel and stuff like all. I watch the Lewis's channel all the time.
And they're talking about Reece inverting into the midfield, slotted in at centre back, and I'm just like, is he good enough?
He can do all of that. He can do all of that.
He can?
Yeah,
you think?
Bro, if Cucurella can play inverted, Reece James can play inverted.
Because remember, Reece James, he played in midfield growing up. He wasn't always a right back. He played midfield growing up. So his ability, I know you've seen his ability on the ball. Like he can ping a pass. He can play center back.
On him too. Yeah,
exactly. He has the size to play at center back. So he can play in all three of those positions. It's just that he's not healthy enough. And hopefully with this latest surgery, he can stay healthy. Because I would love to see, I would hate it for Chelsea, but I would love to see what Reece James can do for a full season healthy.
Yeah.
Because to me, I think he's the best right back in the league when he's healthy.
Not Trent.
No, Trent can't defend. Reece can do both.
On his day though, Trent's pretty. Trent on his day.
No. Trent can't. Trent can't hang with. He can't hang with Reece James in terms of going both ways. I will say this about Trent though, in terms of pinging the ball, like putting it on a plate for somebody, crossing the ball, he's probably better than Reece James in that regard. But everywhere else, Reece James smokes him.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
Fair enough. But yeah, CPO joined. It's all good. I think he said he'll join later, so no worries. But yeah, cool. We'll move on. M0, we'll go to your section. Spurs. Obviously, I know you're not happy with Timo Werner. Looks like he's continuing it with another loan.
Guy was memeing about that. Oh, they actually did it.
They actually did it, bro. That's insane. And yeah, I mean, the reaction's there on M. De Niro's face. Like, I know he's been waiting for this segment, but then he's also not waiting for this segment, if that kind of makes sense. But yeah, Timo Werner, he's staying again. Another loan spell. You have also been linked to Conor Gallagher as well. Like, it's been there for a couple of months now, this whole Conor Gallagher links. I'll take away from a little bit of the negatives, and I'll also talk a little bit about the positives. You have been linked with the likes of someone like Eze as well for a while too.
Good sound.
So yeah, thoughts on that, bro? I'll start off with this. Are you concerned about this season? Are you concerned about Ange and how this could all possibly turn out?
Bro, why are you smiling like that, bro?
He's asking the question, he smelled after it.
Literally, man.
I seen something on my phone and it was hella funny, bro. That's really just what it was.
Yeah, sure.
Nah, I'm gonna be straight up. I'm laughing at the look on De Niro's face right now.
Yeah, I'm laughing at the look on his face too. Like, I seen M. De Niro, bro. M. De Niro was having such a good time up until this Tottenham segment, bro. Man was having such a good time. You know, Robert Sanchez, please join Chelsea. SESKO, please join Arsenal. You know, all that stuff was great up until, you know, it turned out to be the Tottenham section. I know M. De Niro in his head was hoping it would be the last one. And we talked about United real quick.
United.
yeah, I know he thought it would be the United one, but now, man, we're sticking to London. We gotta stick to London for sure before we get to the FA Cup winners, United themselves. You know, we'll leave them for last. But yeah, thoughts on Tottenham Hotspur. What is the direction of the club? That's what I really want to know,
Bro, man said, what's the direction, bro? What flipping direction has there ever been in this club? Now asking me dumb, silly questions, bro. What direction has there ever been? There's been zero direction, bro. Not one, no trophies, bro. So there's been no direction nowhere, bro. At the end of the day, brother, and this is strike one, bro. Strike one, brother. Don't do this to me, bro. Don't do this to me, bro. Because I swear, if Conor Gallagher comes in, that is strike two. And I'm out straight away. I don't care what ball you play.
Hey, no strike three?
No
strike three?
No, hear what I'm saying. So,
do you know it's Ange, though? Do you know it's Ange?
Wait, so hear this. It's strike one for Timo Werner. Strike two, if he gets like an average, like a player that I just don't rate. Strike three is then Ange out. But if he gets Conor Gallagher next, it's straight. Strike two is done. I don't give a toss, bro. It's done. Like, man's willing to give 3 strikes if it's like 2 other players who maybe they're not that great. But if he gets Conor Gallagher next, there's no other strikes, bro.
So basically, you said strike 2 and 3 is Conor Gallagher.
Yeah, it's done.
He said that's 2 strikes. That's not one. That's 2 strikes.
Why is it Android? Is it not Levy? Is it Levy making it or Ange making those decisions?
No, it is. Look, I know that Ange is involved in that because the way he's advocating for this move, this Conor Gallagher, maybe the Timo Werner one was a 50-50 in it. But the Conor Gallagher thing, I guarantee you that is an Ange thing because the way he's been twerking for Conor Gallagher is crazy. So man knows that, bro, I'm just giving Ange the benefit of the doubt here to just change his mind and not make that stupid decision. The only way he would be able to convince me is if he actually gets the brother balling on a mad thing, which I do not see happening. But the thing is, yeah, it's one of those ones where, bro, like the links I even see for Tottenham, bro, I don't see nothing mad. You get me? I'm not seeing anything crazy yet. You get what I'm saying? Obviously, I see that Andrew wants to get another striker. Don't know what striker he's gonna get. Don't know what they're like. I have no idea what my club is looking for, bro. There's nothing that if you go and search Tottenham, look through all the transfers, links, and that, bro. There's no link that makes sense, bro. There's no link that's like, wow, like we're really, you get me, bro. Like that we're trying to do something here, bro. At the end of the day, like I said, innit, this transfer window, it will determine what this manager is on, innit? Do you understand what I'm saying? Because he's saying that Levy's backing him. So the words have come out of his mouth. You understand? So if those words have come out of your mouth, then brother, you get me? You better, live up to, you get me, the expectations, bro. And that expectation is a trophy. 1 trophy, bro. That's all I'm asking for. Don't care what trophy it is. Just 1 trophy, bro. Carabao Cup, Europa League, FA Cup, Prem. I know you're Gary not doing that, but Prem, whatever it is, just 1 cup, bro. That's all I ask for, bro. And then I'll say, you know what? I don't care how the season went. 1 cup, and I'll even say, yeah, he can stay, bro, because at least you won man a trophy. If Ten Hag was in my club right now and he won me a trophy, yeah, this is Tottenham, by the way, not talking for United, Tottenham. I'm keeping him, bro. Win me the trophy, win it again. Then when we start bringing in certain players and that, then you can cut, bro. But right now, I just need a manager who's just gonna win me something, bro. That's all I care about, bro. Like, that's all I'm on. So, like I said, Ange Ball, let's get that cracking this season. You get me? Let's go again. But this Highline thing, we need to work out something, Ange, bro. We need to work out something with this Highline, bro. And if you do want to play this Highline, make sure you get the right recruitments for this Highline, bro. That's the main thing. If you want to continue playing it, make sure you get the right recruitments, players who can actually play it. I think Van der Ven, I feel like Van der Ven next season maybe start using him as a left back as well, because I actually believe he might do that, because obviously I feel like it works as a little him and competition between Destiny and him. I want to see Dragerson play a bit more, maybe getting another centre back, just again, you get me? And then I think we need another right back for sure. You get me? Another right back. And then, yeah, man, get me a flipping striker or winger at least. You get me? I don't mind. To be honest, with Richarlison, I don't even mind if brother stays another season, to be honest. I'll be honest with you. I don't really mind, innit? Like, but I need to... All I want is my team to just show some type of... What's the word? Show some type of...
improvement.
Yeah,
Ambition.
that's improvement. That's it. Just show me some type of improvement. Show me that you get me, that you can actually play. There's players in this team that are bad, but you could, if you actually just try it, like, and puts you in a standard, you can play, bro. I've seen, like, let's be real. I don't rate this guy at all, but I've seen it happen when you're under a certain manager. I've seen Oli skip under Conte. He played all right. I don't rate him. Don't get it twisted, but I'm saying that he played to a better standard of what he would have played if it was just based on himself, innit? Which is what I'll say about that. So it's like, I believe managers can at least up certain player standards. There is certain players that they can't because they're too far gone. You know what I mean? They're too far gone. As for your Timo Werner's too far gone, brother. That guy will never learn how to finish, bro. He will never ever learn how to finish.
He couldn't even finish in a brothel, bro.
Bro, this is where it is. But you get it. So yeah, man, like, it's not too much. All I know is that I'm not saying too much of this right now. All I know is, brother, just get me the right players. And brother, if it's Conor Gallagher, I swear, bro, it's Ange out. I'll come on here, capital letters, Ange out. Do you get me? And yeah, man, don't ruin my summer, bro. My summer's lit right now, bro. I'm enjoying my summer, bro. Man's dancing on these Arsenal youths' grave. You know what I'm saying? Man's enjoying myself, bro. No Arsenal shirts have been worn since that day. You know what I'm saying? I ain't seen no Arsenal fans chatting to me. You get me, bro? The cooking continues, bro. Don't think because M Dinero has been missing has been missing for 2 weeks. Oh, you just get to live your life. No. Bro, don't get twisted, bro. I'm around every time I will touch on that, bro. I'm dancing on you man's grave. And at the end of the day, like I said, this is transfer talk. So you man better get SESKO. Look at the way I've spun it back to you dickheads. Bro, you man better get SESKO, bro. This is the Tottenham section, but I've spun it straight back to you. Get SESKO, bro. Oshiman and SESKO to what does Eli say? To the carpet, that's it. Oshiman and SESKO to the carpet, bro. Take him. And you know me? In fact, you know what it is? I need to find a way where I can find like a news article and tell them to push an Arsenal Conor Gallagher agenda. I think that would work the best, bro. That's the way that I could probably get this guy away from my club, bro. Because if we sign Conor Gallagher, bro, I give up still. I'll be honest, I give up. I give up on my whole club. Like, I actually give up on my team. It's been, nah, man. I give up still. Because then I don't know, like, you lot are talking about directions. The directions will have come to an end. There's no going back. You're in the gulag, bro. You're not coming back, bro. Stan.
Yeah.
So, bro, like I said, then we'll see what Ange does, man. Then I know you lot are happy to see what is happening at this very moment. But I pray Ten Hag stays, you know, wins you another Carabao Cup or FA Cup, you know? And yeah, man, that's all I have for Spurs, bro. Ange, don't make that mistake, brother. Because you get it, bro. I don't want to see Conor Gallagher in this club. Timo Werner, I'm even letting you off. But Conor Gallagher, bro. Yeah, man. Nah. Allow me, bro.
Yeah, no, fair enough. I agree with you. I think it's still too quick to write off Ange, but yeah, if that Conor Gallagher signing does happen, it's not good at all. You can kind of already tell where the season's gonna go. Conor Gallagher signing just feels like Mason Mount for me. It just goes back to that for me. Just makes no sense. But yeah, I hear you, and Deniro. We'll go to the rest of the panel. Spoogs, thoughts on Spurs? Obviously, Timo Werner, and yeah, Conor Gallagher getting linked as well. So
For me,
What-
Gallagher isn't the warning sign. For me, Werner's the warning sign. I mean, how you're bringing him into that club, and De Niro probably knows more than me. But I would love to know if it's Ange or Levy making that sign. I would love to know. But yeah, it's a worrying sign. If Levy is showing that amount of confidence in Ange when he's signing Werner and he wants Gallagher and it shows some ambition. Go out and get someone big. Get Son that's like 31 now, is he? You're gonna have to replace Son as well. Yeah, you have to go out and sign big players. Like they've got Eze. I think Eze would do great at Spurs. If you know that could possibly be there, but if I was a Spurs fan, I would be worried. Absolute worried because listen, Dinero, don't laugh. Dinero, don't laugh. I'm telling you because listen, see when Madison's not firing and your players aren't firing. Basuma started off great this season. He fell off as well. See when your players aren't firing, Spurs look fucking awful and they don't know how to change in games as well. With Ange, like Dinero says, the high line thing. Ange, that's what Ange is. Ange is that manager who will live or die by the sword. He will not change. He might make little tweaks here and there, but he will not. He's not gonna change. That's not the manager he is. And yeah, it's up to Levy to give him the players in order to play what he wants to play. The high line, the quick passing, like everything like that. Spurs fans, I'm worried for you. And I like Spurs as well. I've got a soft spot for Spurs. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to fucking lie. I would be worried. I'd be concerned.
Fair enough. Eli, your North London rivals, not looking so good for them at this moment, man. Timo Werner, that's brother. If I could play that clip right now, if I had it, I would play it. But brother, and then that's just the first part of the clip, and then Conor Gallagher to Tottenham. That's what is that, brother? That's like the rest of the clip, So yeah, thoughts, bro. Thoughts on this whole. Thoughts on your North London rivals truly kind of moving like they're in the mud, man.
Hey, man, long may it continue. I want to see this. This is what I want to see. You know what I'm saying? I don't want them moving for Eze. I don't want them moving for any top baller. I need them to stay exactly where they are.
Mm-hmm.
Where they are is cool. It's cool. So,
yeah.
Gallagher, I don't agree, bro. I don't agree. This brother doesn't start over Sarr. He doesn't start over Basuma, and he doesn't start over Madison. Stop it. Stop him. Stop the cap. Gallagher is not that good, bro. His first touch is ass. He runs around like a dog, yes, but that's all he got. That's all he got in his locker, bro. He's not that good to me. In terms of what Tottenham may need to push on, definitely need another striker because Richarlison is not it. I think he's more of a second striker or a winger, in my opinion. He's not an out and out striker. They need another winger for sure. They definitely need a number 6 because they don't have a true 6 right now. They don't have a 6, so they need a 6. At least one 6. At least one 6. I would say they definitely need another fullback, probably right back.
Say left back too, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, no, I wouldn't say left back because you got Van de Ven that can fill in there, and then you got Dragusin that can slide in at center back. So I would say another center back and another right back. Number 6, a number 10, a striker and a winger. Doesn't matter which side.
Yeah. Or get a striker who could potentially play as a winger too, So like stuff like that, smart business. But yeah, I hear you. Definitely, yeah. Spurs, Brennan Johnson can't. I don't think any Spurs fan wants to continue watching Brennan Johnson again. I even as a neutral hate watching Brennan Johnson, like absolute dog shit player. But other than that, yeah, like definitely, Ange has there's gonna be a lot of pressure on Ange from the start, game 1. And we just have to see. We have to see how they move in the summer. Because still, it's quite early for all our clubs to kind of determine like where we might finish, and some of our clubs still have our current managers, and we don't even have our new managers yet. So just shit like that. But yeah, I completely hear you on the whole Spurs thing. What would you say, M. De Niro, is your requirement for this season from Ange?
Trophy.
A trophy for sure. Yeah, that's like the
That's it,
minimum one.
that's it.
But top
That's it.
four,
Yeah,
would you be
any
happy
trophy.
with no trophy in top four?
No.
No. Okay.
Any trophy.
Trophy. That's it.
Carabao Cup, FA Cup, don't matter.
Any cup, anything, trophy. That's
Fair.
all.
Yeah. And right before we move into, I know we're about to move into the next segment. I'm gonna answer that question because I don't think you asked me
This question?
Yeah.
Okay.
In terms of what I want for this next coming up season, definitely need a trophy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know we're not getting rid of Arteta. As much as I would love for them to get rid of Arteta, they're not going to do it. So if he doesn't win anything this season, I don't want to hear any excuses from this fan base. He needs to go. Point blank. Like, point simple as. If he doesn't win anything this season, get that motherfucker out my club. I don't ever want to see him again. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of it. Tired of all the excuses that this fan base gives him for one FA Cup that he won almost 5 years ago. 33 transfers, and only 30% have come good. That's not good enough. It's not good enough. Bottle, 18 trophies. 18 trophies he's bottled. I don't want this guy here. So if he doesn't win anything this year, get him the fuck out my club.
Yeah. I hear you. But yeah,
Give him time.
that's the Tottenham segment, people. Last segment, obviously United it is because I do have to close out really, really soon. But are we not entertained, man? Like, it's been a great stream so far. I've thoroughly enjoyed all of it. We've had some great conversations about, who we want as players, rumors, all that type of stuff, certain managers and how they would, how the season would turn out to be. But yeah, if you guys not entertained, please make sure you guys are liking the video, subscribing to everybody. Everyone's links are in the description. So Spooby's channel, Eli's Twitch, M. De Niro's YouTube channel, everyone's links are in the description. So make sure you guys follow them ASAP Rocky right now at this moment. Take a little break, go to their channels, hit that little follow, and then come right back. So moving on to the final segment. Manchester United Football Club, FA Cup champions, not really moving like a serious cup. Still, Spoobs, huh? I don't think I'm concerned. Definitely concerned. A lot of rumors today. I'll bring up a couple of tweets and stuff like that, but I'll just say it. Bruno Fernandes has been linked. Apparently, Al Nassr. I don't know how true this source is, but I read it on Twitter, so I'm not gonna say it's like 100% true, but 128 million bid for Bruno Fernandes from Al Nassr is what they're looking at. Casemiro also is being monitored by Al Nassr. They're saying 75 to 80 million for him. We just got a tweet earlier during the stream actually that Omari Forson is going to be leaving the club. That's just it makes no sense how we just go to Omari Forson, but that's just what it is. I see you. I see your reaction, man. And then also, we have been linked to Gonzalo Inacio, center back. We have apparently been monitoring him as well. And Fabrizio has tweeted that today. So I'm going to pull up all these tweets real quick. But Spoobs, we'll go straight to you first. Your thoughts on all this? Are you concerned about Ineos, bro? The way that we're moving?
Yep.
Nog is still here. Still not sacked yet. I guess his meeting's been going on since. It's been a week now. Like, I've never seen a fucking week-long meeting, a season review meeting. I don't know what's taking so long. But yeah, your thoughts, bro. Your thoughts on the whole thing.
Yeah, bro. We're Ineos, to me, in my opinion, I'm close to being Ineos out. I don't know what are they reviewing with the manager? What are they doing? I don't understand what they're looking at. Unless, obviously we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. So if they're just waiting to cross the T's and dot the I's and all that kind of shit, then okay. But if they're considering, are they waiting on another manager? I don't get it. Yeah. What did they need to review? We played at the FA Cup game and we won the FA Cup final. But look at our season we've had. It doesn't take a fucking rocket scientist. Just look how bad our season was. Look how bad we finished. It was one of our worst seasons ever. So I don't understand what they're planning or what they're reviewing in terms of players. Forcing why are they so quick to let players go? Like they're making all these quick decisions. Forson's going, Varane's going, Casemiro might be going. Like, why are they so quick to make these decisions? But then with the manager, they're sitting on their arse doing fuck all. Like, I don't get it. There might be some like boardroom disputes. They might be like some boardroom manager or boardroom people might want to like keep the manager. Some might want to like get rid of him. So I don't know if there's like a stalemate going on. I don't know. But in terms of players we're linked with, we have Elise. I'd love Elise at United. Please, fuck Chelsea. Come to United, okay? Because in my opinion, you'll pick up Steph. In my opinion, Elise, gets into United straight away over Anthony. Sell him. Also, I would love like a Tadibo. We need centre backs. I would love a left back, like a Aitonori or a Robinson. I would definitely have them two at left back. Get rid of Shaw. Yeah, and look, Ineos at the minute are all talk, no actions. We want the manager situation dealt with, and we need to start seeing players, which we have. We are seeing players getting rid of, but then we need to start seeing players coming in. Like it's all talk. Don't be all talk. Don't be like, oh, we're going to do this, going to do that, and then do nothing. We need to see more. We need to see more.
Yeah, I hear you. But yeah, look. So Fabrizio tweeted this today. Manchester United and Liverpool have both been monitoring Gonzalo Inacio ahead of the summer transfer window. His release clause is worth 60 million. Manchester United is still discussing internally how many center backs they want to bring in. For sure, at least one right-footed. We've been linked with Braithwaite as well. We've been linked with Tadibo. We've been linked with center back. So we're looking to definitely try to strengthen the center back department, which I'm all for. About time. I think we definitely need. I think we need both. We need a right-sided and a left-sided center back, to be honest. But if we're able to get at least one, Tadibo's my pick, to be honest. Like Tadibo's the player that I would want. I see. I'm not saying he's Varane, but I see similar type of profiles of him and Varane and the way that they play. 6'3", he's around 25 years old. He's had experience in Europe too. He's had spells at Barcelona and Schalke too. So he's had some experience in Europe and obviously currently plays at Nice. I'd love Tadibo in our team, but yeah, there's been rumors of players leaving too, like the whole Bruno Fernandes thing, Casemiro. I know we talked about this in the Keep Sell Bench video, which we did with Flawless. Shout out to Flawless also every single time. Sarcasm City TV on YouTube. Casemiro for 70, 80 million. We all said we would take it, right? We pretty much said that we would all take it. I would, yeah. So 80 million, I think is fine. I think we can get maybe two decent players. They won't obviously amount to the quality that Casemiro has and the impact that he's made in our team in his first season. But I think we can get two decent players from that money. And I think selling wise, we do need to let players go too. So if we can get any
also sell Bruno and H. I hope you're watching. We're coming for your boy Douglas Luiz. Hey, come on, a couple hours up the road, come to Manchester, not Birmingham. Fuck Birmingham. Anyways,
I forgot to say that too. I would take Douglas Luiz too. I would take him.
Yeah.
You guys have been linked with him too. You guys almost signed him actually. Last January, you were meant to sign Douglas Luiz. It was almost
He's a baller, bro. I'd take Douglas Luiz in a heartbeat.
I think selling Bruno is a mistake. I think selling Bruno Fernandes as a United, I think they're making a mistake there. I do believe that Bruno Fernandes, even if it's just as a bench player, I think it will work. I don't think you should get rid of him. I think obviously he has been a key player to you this season. He's done quite a few things this season.
What's he done?
He came back.
No. So you're not going to waffle. What's he done this season? Okay, go ahead.
Answer the question. Came back from injury, and you won instantly. You won that game, and I just think Bruno Fernandes has had very clutch moments. You see the Cruyff turn he did against Fulham, bottom bins. Like, bro, he's a very good player. And this is the thing where United fans just get this thing silly. Like, how can you hate on Ten Hag? Like, what do you mean? How can you hate on Ten Hag? Like, bro, let's be real here, bro. The guy won you a FA Cup against Man City, bro. This ain't against Fulham. This ain't against West Ham. This ain't against Wigan. He won you the FA Cup final, against Man City, against these against Rodri, bro. Kobe Mino, he had Kobe Mino bossing Rodri, bro. This is crazy.
You think Ten Hag had him doing that?
Bro, that's like you know, like if I had a son and I tell my son to go to the market to bring me 3 important things, right? I tell my son to go to the market to bring me 3 important things, but he only ends up coming back with 1. I'm still pissed. I still needed the other 2.
Yeah, but bro,
Like it's not good enough.
Yeah, but
Not
bro,
good
You know what?
enough.
You know why De Niro? Do you know why De
Really
Niro's a
just not good
fraud?
enough.
You know why he's a fraud? Because earlier he
Here we
said he
go.
would take any trophy at Spurs.
Yeah,
Doesn't
Spurs.
matter if it's Carabao or
Here we go,
if it's
man.
FA Cup.
Yeah, Spurs.
And then he says, we're not United. Like I understand it's not good enough for United. Now he's saying, oh, keep Ten
Nah,
Hag. He
bro.
won you an
No,
FA
but I'm
Cup.
saying no,
Why
but
are you
this-
guys not
No, but
rid of him?
you took out the context, bro. I said
Why?
he won the FA Cup against Man City. That's not an easy team to win against, bro. And look, let's be honest.
It's
Look,
one
wait,
game.
let's be
One-off
honest.
game, bro.
Wait, hold
Yeah,
on. Let's
one-off
be
game.
honest here. Yeah? You guys said you wanted improvement. Really and truly, this is kind of an improvement from last season. Because last season he won the Carabao Cup. This season he won the FA Cup. That's an improvement, bro. That's
Well,
a
with
big
the league.
bro. Look,
Yeah.
look. At the end of the day, look.
Last
I think-
season he got us top 4 and won a trophy. Cool. This
Look.
season he got us a trophy and had our worst ever finish in a Premier
Look,
League
I think
season.
Ten Hag-
Worse than David Moyes.
Look, you man had injuries. You know.
81 goals conceded, M. De Niro. 81 goals conceded.
bro,
We have
look.
14 losses in the
Bro,
Premier League.
bro.
From January up until May, we conceded 20 shots in every single
Bro,
game.
I understand, but what you need
The
to
list
understand,
the list
No, but what-
continues, bro.
no, but
the
bro,
list
what you need to
continues.
understand is, you know, you're missing key players. You know, Lissandro Martinez injury. You know, there was a couple guys that were out, bro.
Yeah.
Next
Okay.
season-
So Lisandro Martinez is out. Who else? Who's a key player in our team?
Bro, listen. Bruno.
no, I'm
got
asking
injured.
you. I'm asking you.
Yeah.
Who's the
Bruno
key
got
player?
injured at a point. Did you know?
Bruno's
That's
injured
the
for
one.
one game. Probably
Listen,
just one
look,
game.
look, yeah, it was one
anyways,
game,
we'll
but you
move
know,
on that.
Bruno Fernandes don't miss games, bro. And the one game, he missed,
Without Bruno Fernandes,
Look,
we
look.
lost 4-0 to Palace. With Bruno
you know,
Fernandes, we lost 7-0 to
Malacia,
Liverpool.
bro.
It's okay.
Malacia, little knee injury. bro.
Malacia,
Luke
don't
Shaw-
even want
Luke
to talk about this, brother. He's not been
Bro,
around for the whole year. Like
See,
he's not
see,
even
Eli,
been
bro,
here
You're
for
on
the
a
whole
agenda.
year.
giving me a
for
chance
what?
to
Yeah,
just,
man.
you know, I'm just trying to lay down the foundations, bro. You know, Luke Shaw got injured.
I'm the
bro.
fraud on this panel. Look at this pro
Bro,
right here.
Luke
Look at
Shaw-
him.
Bro,
Look
Luke
at him right
Shaw-
now.
Luke Shaw is a key player for Manchester United.
So
Bro,
Luke
Yeah,
Shaw
that-
and
bro,
Martinez.
bro,
That's it.
Look,
bro,
Shaw's
That's
a
it.
key player.
That's it. Those are only two.
Anthony Martial, sorry, got injured as well. You know, like, bro, there's a lot of key players that were out that if they were maybe there, you know, maybe the season would have been a bit different. Look,
I
what you
don't
need
think there is a lot, man. I don't think there is a lot.
look.
Anthony Martial. Do you
At
think
the end of the
Martial's
day,
going to
look-
make a difference?
Look, we've seen how one player can change a team, and that player is Bruno Fernandes. And look, at the
He
end of
was
the
injured for like 2 games.
bro,
He was injured for like 2 games.
This is what I'm saying.
bro,
I'm gonna kill this
bro, do
dead.
you know what
People love talking about how we play when we're not with Bruno Fernandes. We lost 4-0 to Palace. Yo, cut that shit. Because when we had Bruno Fernandes, we lost 7-0 to Liverpool.
Bro,
We lost
can I ask you guys a
21
question? Can I
games.
ask you guys a question? Yeah? Can I actually ask you guys a serious question? This is actually a serious question. Yeah?
Go on, M. De Niro. Go on.
Is it really?
Who is the best player
Oh,
in Manchester
shit.
United
Right now, at this moment.
Yes,
Um,
Bruno Fernandes.
Rafael
who's
Varane.
who's better than
No,
Bruno?
Rafael Varane. Rafael Varane is the best
Casemiro.
player. Rafael
Nah,
Varane is the best player. at
Bruno,
Manchester United.
without
Casemiro,
Bruno
Varane's
Varane.
gone though.
Hey,
Varane's
hey,
gone
Yeah,
though.
Varane is gone.
No, without Bruno.
Dalot's had a
I'll say
better
Casemiro.
season than Bruno.
Fernandes,
Yeah.
Without Bruno Fernandes, yeah, bro, your team, you would be.
We just
yeah,
no, Daniel, you can't ask us a question, then we give you answers and then just ignore it.
yeah,
We
but
give
without
you
Bruno
3 or 4
Fernandes-
players better than Bruno this
Bro,
season.
but look, without Bruno Fernandes, yeah, bro, where would you man?
No,
finish?
but we just gave you 3 or 4 players better than him this season. What
They
do you mean
weren't better.
without Bruno?
They weren't better than him.
Varane wasn't.
Bro,
Casemiro was
see, the
good.
thing is,
Casemiro
you
wasn't-
ask us
Nah, Varane
without
played
Bruno
in different
Fernandes.
positions, though, bro.
No, but
And
I'm
Casemiro-
just,
To
he's
be
better.
fair, not only was Cas played out of position, he was left on an island a lot by himself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
In
bro,
that 3-1-6
Eli, bro,
formation.
but Eli, it's not my fault, bro. I'm not on the. You know?
He's such
No,
a
but
fraud.
okay, so you asked, right? You said,
Fraud.
where would we be
I
without
got
Bruno
De Niro.
Fernandes,
Okay.
right? You asked,
Mm.
where would we be without
Yes,
Bruno Fernandes?
Yes.
With Bruno Fernandes, we finished 8th in the league as our captain.
8th.
8th.
We've had our 2 worst seasons with him.
With him.
I don't think it's Bruno's fault. You know, I just think the fans just, you know, they don't appreciate players that have upheld them for this long.
No,
Hey, I just want y'all to know that
I
De Niro
agree.
doesn't truly believe this. He's just saying this.
Oh, I know.
Look at him, bro.
He's waiting for this.
Look at him. Look at that smirk. I see that smirk on his
He's
face.
smiling.
He
He's smiling.
He knows what he's doing.
Bro, like, you know what it is, bro? It's like, bro, but let's be real. Who is better than Bruno? Like, who does these moments for United? It's Bruno Fernandes, bro. But did you not
No,
see?
what moment?
Hold
This
on.
is what I'm
Did
trying
you
to
not see
figure
the
out.
What
reverse?
moment?
What
Did you not
moment?
see
Yes,
the
Bruno
reverse
Fernandes
final?
has had
Did
one
you not see
Champions
the
League
quality?
knockout game.
Bro,
One Champions League knockout game.
no,
One
Sheik, do you
against
not know
Atletico
how?
Madrid. That's
Sheik,
it.
do you not
He's going to say the
understand?
pass in the FA
Sheik,
Cup final.
Sheik,
Look,
do
he's
you
going to
not
bring up the
understand?
pass.
Yeah, do you not understand the spatial
Look.
awareness he needed to find Kobe Mino?
The spatial
A
awareness.
spatial awareness. Oh my goodness.
He
Bruno,
knows.
The
Like,
words were
I've
used.
never seen him. The
Bro,
only time he
y'all
smiles is when
never.
he's
No. This is absolutely shameless because I've never heard spatial awareness when people talk about Kevin De Bruyne, but all of a sudden when it's Bruno Fernandes, there's spatial awareness.
bro.
Like, what is he scanning there? What is he
Bro, that was
scanning?
a pass, bro. You
No,
won't
bro.
It's a good,
I
it's
make
a good
that pass.
pass. No
I
one's
make
saying
that
that he's
pass.
not.
I make
No
that pass.
look, no look.
That
pass.
goal, if I'm giving anybody credit for that goal, it's to Marcus Rashford for that big switch. That's the one who really started
that ball
it.
was cold.
That ball
giving
was
Rashford
really the
that.
goal that started
I
it.
give it to Bruno Fernandes because of that pass was a key pass. The way he did it, bro, he didn't even look. He knew. He just. Did you know what I'm saying? That's spatial awareness. He just
No.
knew the next
And-
pass, bro. Do you know how much of a big game player you have to be to know the next pass, bro? Bruno Fernandes, bro, what a player! Look, at the end of the day, yeah. What I just want to happen is I need Bruno Fernandes to stay at Manchester United. I
agree with that. I agree with that.
Of course,
I
you
agree
both
with
agree
that.
with that. Of
And
course.
all the rest of the waffle that you were spewing, I don't agree with that.
Bro,
But I
do you
do
know what
agree
it is?
that
You know what it is,
that
bro?
Bruno should
You know what
stay.
it is, bro? Do you know what it is, Eli, bro? What you need to do is you just have to put disclaimer that the stuff that I'm saying is just a vouching for rival fans. This is not M. De Niro speaking. This is an ex-brother that's speaking.
See what I say. What I tell you.
M. De Niro does not agree
What I
with
tell
particular
you.
words that are coming out right now. But what I am saying is that, you know, I'm just speaking for others. I'm not speaking for myself, you know.
What I tell you.
And that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, come on, back to what I
What
was
is
saying.
that
Like,
bullshit?
Bruno Fernandes,
The
bro.
fuck is
Like,
that?
were you not impressed with the goal that he scored against Fulham? Bro, I think, yeah, like, look, at the end of the day, you lot,
I forgot he scored again.
you don't want to
against
get
Fulham
rid
too.
of all of these players and stuff like that. Personally, I'm keeping Bruno Fernandes, yeah?
Keep him, please.
And then Ten Hag, I'll keep Ten Hag. Because you've done a good job. You brought us back. We thought it was going to be a season of nothing. And, you know, Ten Hag did what he needed to do. And even if he leaves, he can say, yeah, when I was at United, I won them trophies with that dead team. And you know how Ten Hag will say, he will even be like, yeah, we had the injuries and the injuries, we still won. Bro, yeah, bro. You get me? He did his job. Yeah, man. And you, man, can cry. And I hope he stays. He's a good manager. Perfect manager for Manchester United, bro, at this very moment. Bro, you see how the roof is falling down? Ten Hag is coming too, bro. He's falling down too, bro. And he's falling into the managerial position of Manchester United for the 2024-2025 season. Or whatever season it is. Man, see, I want Ten Hag. Ten Hag in. Ten Hag in.
Ten Hag in.
Yeah, it's shameless.
Eli, we'll go to you. Eli, your thoughts on Manchester United, man?
Shameless.
Oh my god.
So I'm not gonna lie. So far, I like the way Ineos is moving. They're moving under the radar. And the fact that, you know, you're getting all these links put out by these journals, so-called. Like, nobody knows what Manchester United's doing. I rate that. So I gotta see what they do next. Like, I'm not surprised that they haven't sacked Ten Hag yet, because he's still under contract for another year. You know, and they don't have another coach that has agreed terms just yet. Either that, or they're just waiting until they get a bunch of their situations lined up first, and then they just release it all at once. You know what I'm saying? So it might be one of those situations where they're just, you know, getting everything set up, because there's no rush to sack him. Just as long as they sack him, you know, with enough time to, you know, get the next manager in. Because let's be real, as soon as they sack him, they're probably going to bring in the next manager like clockwork. It'll probably be the same day they sack Ten Hag, and then they announce the next brother. You know what I'm saying? So as long as they sack him with enough time to bring that manager in, and then, you know, have him, you know, start working with the players early, it's calm. You know what I'm saying? He'll have the preseason. He'll have the time before the preseason. You know what I'm saying? And let's be real. You know, once they go to Europe, once they go to the Euros, whatever the case may be, they pick the final squad. They're gonna be off for, you know, until the next off season or the next preseason when preseason starts. So it's not really that big of a deal right now in this instance. Just I feel like been a little too hasty with wanting him gone because what's that gonna help y'all with? What's the point of sacking him now if y'all don't have somebody lined up to like, you know, just slot right in, you know? So it doesn't make sense to, you know, be upset right now. Like I can understand that as somebody who doesn't want his current manager. You know, I can understand why y'all feel the way y'all do, but I feel like, you know, the way that Ineos has been moving, and you know, them bringing in Barada the way they did, them bringing in Ashworth the way they did, you know what I'm saying? You know, them bringing in, you know, all these players. I feel like I just think that, you know, they're moving the way that a big club should be moving, and all the media outlets shouldn't have access to how they're moving. You know what I'm saying? So I like how they're moving. I want to see how they move in the future. Like who are they going for? They are like once they sack Ten Hag, are they bringing in somebody like right then and there? And are they going to get this guy's players already? Because they could be speaking to the next manager already, and they could be lining up these transfers to suit him or to suit his style of play, getting profiles instead of just actual, you know, big name players just for the sake of it. So it just depends. There's no true way to tell or to gauge, you know, how they're moving right now until we see a little bit more from them. But as of right now, what I'm seeing, I like, because I don't know what they're doing. Yeah. And for me to not know what you're doing, you're moving like a big club, because you shouldn't know how everybody's moving until they actually release said news. Because we didn't know, like we knew MBAPPE was going to Real Madrid, but we didn't know. Because like it wasn't like Real Madrid, they always downplayed the links, you know what I'm saying? Like we knew, but we didn't know. Yeah. It's like one of those things. Like we shouldn't know the intricacies of what an organization is doing all the time. You know what I'm saying? So I rate what they're doing right now until I get proven otherwise. You know, if they start moving real shady, then you know I'll have more to stand on. But as of right now, I can't really say too much because I haven't seen enough. But I like how they're moving now. I like how they're moving under the radar. Nobody knows what they're doing. So that's just my thoughts on it. So we'll see.
Absolutely spot on. Absolutely spot on. It truly, really is. It's just we don't know how they're moving. I have a couple of theories that I have lined up, but some of them are worst case scenarios. Some of them are just kind of like maybe this might be the reason, because the only real thing that I can cling on when it comes to this manager talk at this moment is just I look at how Ineos have when they've been asked certain questions about the manager and how they've responded in the past. Sir Jim Ratcliffe has not said these three words, Eric Ten Hag. He hasn't said this ever.
Facts.
He's always referred to him as manager. He's always referred to him as the manager. That's one point. And I said this on different streams too. Second, the best time for you to say that you want to back a process and a manager was after we won the FA Cup. Because that is just a statement from you saying that, okay, now that we've won the FA Cup, we want to continue with Ten Hag because he's brought success to this club. We think he's the manager going forward. I think that would have been the perfect time for them to say it, and nothing was said. So with that being said, I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know. I don't know whether, you know, the decision has been made yet. I don't know what's been going on. I don't know if they've had a, you know, a change of mind. Maybe that's why this so-called meeting is taking so freaking long. Another one of my worst possible theories is that if United don't get a manager by the start of the Euros, it's Gareth Southgate that we're getting 100%. If we don't get a manager by the start of the Euros, it's Gareth Southgate, 100% confirmed. Ask me, don't ask for Vizio. Ask me. I'm telling you right now, it's Gareth Southgate, because there is no reason you will wait until the Euros to appoint a manager. No reason. But or up until after the Euros, and it only
I
makes sense
personally think it's
because
Deserby
Southgate. Yeah, I
Me too.
personally now Deserby is
or
what
Potter,
another
one of those
another
two.
theory that I was gonna get to is that I think we paid that release clause and we kept it quiet and we kept it swift. And we're probably waiting for this whole Ten Hag FA Cup vibes to kind of die down for a little bit, for fans to kind of, get over the hunch that we have won the FA Cup. Because if you think about it, United freaking post this shit every single day. They post FA Cup content every single day. Emirates FA Cup page is still posting that shit every single day. So I think they're waiting for social media to kind of die down and stuff like that. And yeah, pretty much that's just what we can kind of that's what I can cling on is just Eli said it's spot on. I don't know what actually is taking place, but with all these different patterns, this is all that I can pretty much just come to. And I hope if it is Deserby from all the managers that we are linked with, cool. I'm for it. I will back Deserby this season 100%. But all these other names that I just took, Potter, Southgate, all these other managers, hell no. Ineos out from day one if that is the case. If we don't sign a manager by the Euros, I'm Ineos out. Take it as that. You've heard it here first. So that's just what it is. But those are my thoughts about United, and pretty much everybody else's thoughts about United too. We will be closing out. Before we do close out, though, like I said, please make sure you guys are running up the likes, and thank you to everybody who's been locked into the stream so far. Joel, Pad, Stephanie G was here, Warrior J, Curry P, obviously, who was here as well earlier. Big up to Curry P every single time. And yeah, anybody's names who I've missed out, AJ in the chat, big up to everyone, man. Nacholini, I remember him too. H, yep, everyone, man. Big up to everyone every single time. Make sure you guys are liking. Make sure you guys are following the panel's channels too. M. De Niro on YouTube. Links are in the description. Scooby MUFC. The Book of Eli on Twitch. Make sure you guys are following all that. But we will be closing out. The reason actually why I have to close out is because I'm going on Hassam's channel. I will be on A-listers.
Oh snap! Look at this guy!
Damn, look at Sheik. Yeah, he's moving up in the world. Let's go.
Moving mad.
Yeah, appreciate it. But yeah, I was supposed to be on Flawless's, and literally midstream he hit me up and he was like, your time to shine, bro. He's like, A-listers, are you available? And I was like, yeah. And then he's like, be ready for Hamza. So this is gonna be great. I'm gonna be talking to Hamza for the first time, interacting with Hamza for the first time. But
Press him,
brother. He's gonna tell you a story, bro.
Press him.
I know. It's gonna be exciting. I'm excited for it. But yeah, that's the reason we have to close out. Otherwise, we would continue the show for longer. Normally, our 3 hour time that we always run it. But before we do close out, M. De Niro, let us know what you got coming up. Obviously, you got the YouTube channel. You post content there. Let us know, bro. What you got coming up?
Big up the man, them. Big up the guys. I feel like I ain't been here in a minute still. But yeah, big up all the guys. Spoobie, Eli, Curry P.
The way he said Curry P, you know.
She gives us the platform to come here and express ourselves. So yeah, big up she, big up the chat, big up Joe, big up AJ, you get me, big up H, bro, big up all the guys. But yeah, man's actually I'm shooting a docu series, innit? So it's about me in it. So man's shooting that. That's why I haven't even been about for a minute still. So I'm trying to finish that. Good, yeah, before I go fly out in it. So man, trying to finish that before then. So yeah, but yeah, man, that's what I got coming. So look out for that still, and look out for the Mandem stuff too, man. Trust me.
There you go, people. Yeah, so follow up on M. De Niro's channel. He's on social medias too. Notifications on. You'll know every single time M. De Niro drops any type of content, you'll get notified. But moving on, Eli, same thing for you. Obviously, you moved into your new place, all settled now. So well, hopefully we get to see some gaming streams coming up soon.
Yeah. First up, big up to you. Big up to Spoobie, CP, De Niro, all my guys. Big up to everybody in the chat. Y'all will make this tick. You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't be here without y'all. That's what I got coming up. Hey, the content's coming soon. Like I'm gonna start back uploading to YouTube as well. Like I'm gonna start first stream is gonna be Q&A, and then I'm gonna do a stream after that. It's gonna be Arsenal review.
There we
Arsenal
go.
season review. So that's what we got coming up on the channel. I don't have an exact date yet. I will be updating that on my socials. So keep an eye on that.
Yep.
So that's gonna be coming soon. So yeah, that's all I got.
Love to hear it, man. That's
Big up to
awesome.
y'all.
Can't wait to tune into Eli's channels and hear about his Arsenal reviews and the gaming streams. Like I said for M De Niro too. Make sure you guys have all the notifications turned on for Eli too, so you'll know every single time that he does go live. Spooby, same thing for you, bro. Let us know.
I just want to use my time to, pick up the panelists. Sheik, you can on A-listers, fucking huge show, fucking about
Moving
time.
up in the world, man.
Big up, Sheik. That's crazy.
Don't forget about the little guys when you.
Yeah, don't forget. Don't forget Sheik.
Never, bro. Never. You guys already know.
But no, and De Niro and Eli, we fucking missed you in the last panel. It's an infinitely better panel when you guys are on. So thank you for coming. Everyone in the chat leaving their messages, AJ posting the links, everyone, thank you. We really do appreciate it. And yeah, just thank you everyone and big up.
There we go. Big up, man. So yeah, you guys heard it first. Head over to Sam's channel. I will be on A-listers in literally 20 to 30 minutes. And other than that, you guys will see content from me. I'm actually thinking about doing a couple of solo streams this week. So I need to start getting into doing a little bit of like solo streams and stuff like that. So you might see a couple of that this week. And then Friday, I'm looking to do the Arsenal keep, sell, bench. Or let me see. You're not available Friday, are you, Eli? No? Sunday?
So what time? What time are you thinking Friday? You are doing it
Friday, probably 8 p.m. UK.
Oh no, I won't be available.
Sunday? Because I'm not going to do that show without you. So I have to. I want to have you on there. So
Sunday should be calm.
Sunday? Okay. Yeah, Sunday 8 p.m. UK.
Probably 3 or no 9 UK.
9 UK. Cool. 9 UK it is. So I'll shout. You're already there. Pad, if you're still in the chat, you are also invited to that show. Keep Sell Bench for Arsenal. 9 p.m. UK. I will invite Tony as well. I'll see if Tony is able to be on that show as well. But yeah, like I said, we just did one for United this past Friday. Flawless was on the channel. Definitely go check that out. Eddie as well. Myself and Spooz, we did the whole keep sell bench for United. Surprisingly, the video was decently long, even though I didn't think it was going to be, because we probably said we're going to sell most of them. But yeah, we did that video, and I'm going to do that for all the big 6 clubs. So you'll see, you're already going to see Eli this Sunday. We're going to see M De Niro for Spurs. I'm going to have Jez on for that too, and try to get another Spurs fan. We'll have Chelsea, Curry P. I'll try to see if I can get some Chelsea fans on for that too. Maybe the likes of like Prime and stuff like that. So lots of content still coming up. Don't go anywhere. Mud Brothers will obviously be back next Monday too. Don't go anywhere. We got lots of content coming up. But 9 p.m. Sunday, I will be there to cook Eli. Be there or be square. That's great. Hey, that's why we ready, man. That's why I needed to have the both of you guys on the panel for sure. So Pad's obviously been on the channel before too, and we're gonna revisit that again. But we are gonna close out. Big up to everyone that's logged in. Like I said, thank you guys for always supporting the channel. Currently on the road to 300 subs. We're almost there, people. We will get there soon enough. Make sure you guys are always following the Gang channels too. And yeah, stay blessed on your. Have a great rest of your Monday, and we will catch you on the next one.
I'll tell her out.
I'll tell her in.
Pick up.
I'll tell her out.